And with that, we are going on the stream, and I quote, with this kind of shit talk. Oh, that is...
It's the best kind.
Darcy.
All right.
You're trying to kill us, man.
No, just me. Just me.
He's trying to hasten our demise.
I'm attracting aggro so that you will be fine. Come on.
There you go. Preemptive.
Classic.
I'm just gonna anger the gods.
It's only attacks per round.
But it's
and
only
he
me,
always
guys,
comes in.
not
Awesome.
you.
That's what I want, right? I'm designed to be a tank.
All right.
You have to draw aggro from the GM.
You guys ready to do this?
Oh yeah, let's go.
All right, here we go. Hey Internet, my name is Todd, and we are going to be playing some Dungeons & Dragons tonight. We were away last week, unfortunately. My internet, she died. So I have now got shiny brand new fiber optics. Anyway, so we'll see if this crashes. Hopefully not. Alright, gotta go down the lowdown. First of all, you're playing with us, and I mean you. So what I mean by that is save up some plot points, come up with an idea, drop it on us, and we'll do our best to improv it into the game. And if not right away, I keep track and I will bring it in a little bit later on. I still have a few surprises for these people. Thank you. So yeah, spend some plot points and play along with us. We are playing a homebrew, which has turned into Descent into Avernus. So yeah, I dragged my players into hell. I mean, come on. It was about a year ago. I don't know what was going on in the world or in my head or anything. I just felt like going to hell in a handbasket. Don't know why. Alright, so anyway, we're going to go around the table, meet everybody, do a quick introduction of who their characters are and where the heck we left off last time, because I should probably try to remember that. Anyway, so we'll get into the game. What's this button do? Hey, I could see everybody. Hi, everybody.
Very good.
Hi,
Hey.
Todd.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
I'm feeling really good. I was actually kind of felt good that the thing messed up last week because I was feeling like crap. But
I
I'm
was
feeling much
needing
better.
a break, to be honest. It
Yep.
definitely felt that. Plus,
Yeah.
I knew that Carl couldn't be here, so I was really glad that this worked out where you can be here now, because we're at that point in the story, man.
Excellent.
Yeah, and
Very important.
Darcy's character wants to die.
What?
apparently,
No.
Henrietta
don't
has a
speak
death
for
wish.
Hen
I
like
believe
that.
that's what you said.
No, I said that I want Hen to die. Very different.
Oh, so Darcy wants Henrietta to die. That's even worse.
Hey, Uncanny Tree, do you appreciate my sit back and watch the shit fly pose as a DM?
No, I love Hen. I just think it's appropriate for her arc if she dies at the end of it. She can't die yet. She has to die when she eventually,
When the moment is right.
attacks an archdemon and gets killed in one hit. Something like that would be really fitting.
So she
Or,
wants to be a
Falurie
martyr.
spreading her
died.
wings.
Already died at least
Falurie-
once.
Exactly.
Alright.
Falurie will just spread her wings and then push her off a cliff.
Nice. Seems good.
There's nothing that makes my text bigger than caps. Oh yeah. Thank you, Uncanny Tree, and all viewers are welcome to shout in and say hey and spend some plot points. All right, we're gonna go around the horn, as I said. So I think we're gonna start up here with Darmita.
Oh, of course. Yes.
Sorry,
Hey, everybody.
Bela. Playing.
I'm
Darmita.
Bela, but I play Darmita on stream. And what can I say about Darmita? She literally is in her ultimate hell because as a ranger, she really, really hates fiends. And now she's having to grapple with the idea of making deals with them, including her mother, who is one of them. So that is new territory for Darmita, and she has not been the most pleasant of people since being down here. Just ask Kim, or not Kiamar.
Oh boy.
wrong guy. Although Kiamar probably would agree, but yeah, Fenris. He seeing a side of Darmita probably that isn't pleasant. She takes a lot of shit out on him.
She
It's true.
does.
She does.
And I just sit back.
He is the proverbial fan, and she is just whipping shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's gonna get covered, but hey, we'll get around to that. Awesome.
You know.
Now, just a quick little recap because it may become relevant. You're currently looking for several different things to make the big boss a little more vulnerable, and you found a lot of them. And one of them that you desperately wanted was the sword of the fallen angel Zariel. And so your fiendish / imprisoned mother has told you she will tell you where it is once you have locked in some allies, because she doesn't think, she's a little afraid you're gonna get just wound up right where she is. All right, that brings us round to Henrietta. Oh,
Hello. Hi. I'm Darcy. You can find me at twitch.tv/DarcyBits. I should be streaming tomorrow because I'm trying to do that every Friday and have a schedule so it actually happens. For this game, I'm playing Henrietta. It's Henrietta Pedersen, the pacifist paladin of Palor. And yeah, you know, we've talked enough about Hen. She's stupidly optimistic and is going to get herself killed. But hopefully not everyone else. It might happen though. Who knows?
well, you keep calling it on. Something's gonna happen.
I mean, ideally, she dies stopping like a death blow from hitting Darmita. That would be ideal. Because I did promise her mother I'd keep her safe.
You've made a lot of promises when you're down
I make
here.
too many promises.
You're promising things in hell around fiends. That's not. Anyway, so yes, we're looking forward to seeing that, and the ultimate goal being to rescue El Terrell.
Yes.
All right, that brings us round two, over to Carl's character. Take it away,
Hey,
Carl.
what's up, guys? So, Carl, straight from Colorado, so playing Falurie, the Shadow Aarakocra monk, who's been hanging around in hell for quite some time now, and came across by accident, chasing an arch foe that has plagued her monastery, and glad to see that we're approaching that arc. But at the same time, has grown accustomed to this very different bunch of characters that she met in hell, and it'll be interesting to see how she acts once Sarnia is actually out of the picture.
Interesting. There's a nice little interesting little cliffhanger. All
Can I
right.
say your token art looks gorgeous? Like, I
It
know that
does.
like that's like me patting my own back, but I really like that one.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Let me get back to that. Yeah, that does look real nice. It's got the shading. Yeah, Darcy does all the art, unless I use Creative Commons stuff. Pixabay is my friend.
Yeah, really just player art, right? Everything else is elsewhere.
Yeah, man. Well, you're welcome to catalog this, and we can catch it on replay. I know you've been busy doing lots of other stuff, so.
Oh yeah. I mean, Mother's
right.
Day was last weekend. What do you think I did?
Exactly. And that brings us round to where it all began. Gordon, take it away.
Gordon playing Fenris, your resident shadow sorcerer. He's grown a lot over the successive campaigns. developing relationships with other people, still wanting to get vengeance against those nasty paladins of Pelor, though a bit confused about the renegade ones and the ones who aren't renegade, but he still doesn't like them. Kind of stuck in the middle with Henrietta and has mixed emotions about that.
Yep,
Kind of
right
stuck
back.
with Darmita. Didn't kind of putting up with her crap, but also not exactly happy about it.
Fuck. Wow.
Stuck in hell
Stuck?
with you. We're stuck together in hell.
Mhm. Okay, I see how it is.
As
We're
you
stuck
can see,
together.
they're a tight-knit group of
They are.
loving. They're more than just hell prisoners. They're hell prisoners. Anyway, it's what we've got, and when you're in hell, you hold on to that, because
Yep.
what else are you gonna do? All right, let's dive in. We use Roll20, and hopefully everything's gonna agree with us. But where we left off, that's not it at all. That's the podcast. We do a podcast. If you want, you can check these out as podcasts after the fact. That's funny. Watch which screens are open. Hey, it could have been worse. Could have been like tentacle porn. Just saying. And everyone in the room just got real quiet. It was a joke.
Now
All right.
we got any quieter than we were before. You know, you're
That's
talking. We're letting you talk.
Oh, I appreciate that. Hey, let me talk. It's how we get along. All right, so these intrepid adventurers from the mortal realm have found themselves in hell, and they've been bouncing around like pinballs. Those of you who know this campaign module, we've done a bit of everything, and we've skipped a lot of stuff too. So they have bounced around from the crypt of the Hell Riders all the way back around to Mad Maggie and some allies there, all the way up to Hell's Forge, freeing Kastosh, a demon lord trying to get revenge on Zariel, meeting and making deals with Bel, the former Archduke of Avernus, then stumbling upon an old ally, a succubus that was way back in like episode 2 or something, and now this is how I track. And now they have managed to fight their way through luck and stupidity, interrogating a Cibrix last game, and finally getting the location of 9 adamantine rods. So there are plenty of things to do, and not enough time to do them. Meanwhile, their good pal Lulu, the maddened old man / Hollyphant, is awaiting with 6 days left on a raised dead, counting down for you to rescue this ally. And so I'll leave it in the hands of the players. What do you want to do?
As a good start to any game. Gee, I guess I'll roll my commune.
Sure thing. I think we ended with a short rest last time. Or, sorry, a long rest. Is that right?
I have no idea if we did or not. Let me take a look at my health and stuff.
I am
You are
at
muted,
not full health.
Gordon, by the way, if you don't know.
No,
I'm on mute.
I have spell slots that haven't been
Okay. So
Yeah,
charged.
we had just finished combat, right? And we had
Right.
Yeah.
found the location, and we were deciding what to do.
Right.
Yeah, I imagined we would sort of like cut to the next beat, which should probably be another day unless we can somehow
Yeah.
squeeze out some extra, like, faster travel, which I don't know if we can or not. Like, how
You
long would
do
it take to
have-
get to the next location?
Well, it's most of the way across your map. So it's
Oof.
going to take the better part of a day. We left with Scrix, thanks for the name, by the way, Internet, for the imp ally of Bel, who's been your guide, letting you know,
Yes, I know a way. I have a cousin with a barge. We can get across. We're across the sticks. Now don't touch
Right.
the water.
So you can get across the sticks with your infernal machine, but it's still going to take at least a day, depending on some survival rolls.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Alright.
Wait,
Which
what's
I'm
going on with the
happy to
ice
do.
devil?
Good question. So you
That's a very
managed
good
to
question.
make an ice devil capitulate. You threatened its life, and it gave up, and it gave up, and it is now standing by. I believe Henrietta had its massive ice spear, which is more like a pike in Henrietta's hand.
Yes,
And
I have that written down here on my sheet, but I don't
it
have
is
any weight
standing
to it.
there
I don't know.
awaiting what you choose, what fate you choose for it.
Henrietta was the one that made him stand down. What does Henrietta want to do with this ice devil?
Didn't really think that far ahead.
Internet, I'm gonna need a name for this ice devil.
What do y'all think? I mean, I'm certainly not going to kill them, but
Olaf.
if we let them go, is that amenable to you? I think it would probably be pretty bad.
Somebody
Bring
has
along.
been
an eye on
watching
'em.
way too much Frozen with his little one. I'm just
What are
throwing
you talking
that.
about? Wait till I start reciting the songs.
Oh God, help us.
Oh man, there's so many Iskar slickering. We're gonna have to roll. I haven't had to do this much, but we're
Unless you
going
want
to
to
need
spend
to
some of those
roll.
points. Heyo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? We could just make it all the names. Do you
Sure.
ask the ice devil its name?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. What can I
My
call you?
name is a lava. Digicubolav Iskar Slickering the Third.
Lineage. Look, I'll make sure that they don't, cause any trouble, and then they're not going to run off and go tell anyone. Seems fine to me.
Sure. I won't tell everyone.
Yeah, because you're going to be here with us.
You can trust me.
You don't
Any
even need to
objections?
roll an insight check. You know that's bullshit.
By the way, surprise, surprise, I failed my commune.
Yep.
Just saying.
You do get to roll twice.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You have advantage. You've
That's
met mommy.
right. I've met mommy. Yeah, I still failed.
Yes, you do. I'm gonna have to really hand wave this.
Am I listening to this? Are we listening to this interaction?
Yeah, with the ice devil. Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
are loading up the infernal
Yeah.
machine, getting ready to
Okay.
go.
And we have extra soul coins too.
Yeah.
I got 2 as well, in case we run out.
Yep,
I think
you
we just got
definitely-
6.
Yeah, you got a
Haven't
bunch
we?
from that
Yeah.
last battle.
Yeah.
And they're good for trade as well. Although you might know that.
Excellent.
Okay, so you managed to toss everything of value in the back of your large scavenger. I think you called it the magic school bus, with a big cranky crane scavenger grapple arm on the back. There are weapons on this thing, by the way, which you can man. So you've been gathering up your things. Darmita settles herself behind the wheel and just takes a moment to center herself and take a deep breath and extend her mind and reach out and whisper in her mind to her mother, Sheeta. And you take a second deep breath in, and a hot spark which must have been blowing on the winds for a long time, goes right up your nose, and you're just spending the next 2.5 minutes just coughing it out. No answer.
Yeah,
are you
there's
gonna?
a lot of curse words.
So you're gonna bring the ice devil along, keep him in the back, or are you
Excuse
gonna
me.
kill him, leave him tied up? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm bringing them along. I'm like next to them. I'm usually pretty in the back anyway.
Whoa.
Yes.
I think Fenris
Yes.
doesn't like that.
Excuse me? You made a new friend or something? Paladin of Pelor? And I kind of look at the ice devil.
Who put you in charge, Skinny?
This massive insectine thing that just radiates cold.
Well, you saw what I did to you and your friends. Take a hit.
It sits down though, even though it's grumbling. Even sitting, it's almost the same height as you.
Why, what are you thinking? Did you slip on something and hit your head, or what's this doing here?
So are you talking to me about
Yeah, Hen, I'm talking to you.
that? All right. What's your objection? You just said yourself. You could deal with it in a moment's notice if it was a problem. What's the problem?
Well, at some point we sleep, and I don't want to let my guard down with the enemy in our vehicle.
What's your passive perception, Fenris?
My passive perception
Is this new?
is
You didn't
16.
watch it? Of course you
Okay,
have.
16's high enough. You can hear this thing muttering. It's got this weird clicking, like chattering of teeth sound, but you could quietly make it out being like,
Right. Mortals sleep. Yeah. Forgot about that.
Why do you want to take not just a devil, but the devil of our enemy on our trip? For what purpose?
Keep an eye on it.
Keep an eye on it for what? To make ice cream for us or something? Like,
Ooh, that's an idea.
I only do one flavor.
Please let it be chocolate. Please let it be chocolate. Please let it be
Sulfur.
chocolate.
special kind of chocolate. Like, I kind of look at Darmita, and I kind of look
During
at, like,
all this, when you look at me, I just kind of give you the knowing look, like, no shit.
like,
Hey, his milkshake brings all the devils to the yard, man.
like, Hen, I understand that this devil surrendered, and if you wanted to leave the devil out to deal with its failure, fine, but
But
we're
you prefer that.
not taking this devil with us.
it looks up
You
at
know
you at
what?
that, Fenris.
I legitimately thought that you'd prefer to not let them scurry off and.
Like, I'll turn to the devil. Why should we let you live? Why should we let you go with us?
If I return with the stench of failure, I will be demoted. But I recognize that one.
And it extends a long, insectine-like finger out towards the imp, Scrix.
If I don't miss my guess, there may yet be a chance for me to get out of this less scathed. It's about backing the right master. And I've already failed one. Take it or leave it.
I incite that.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm inciting that. 17.
Darmita's like, goes to take a good look, and this burning mucus is still there. She's like, she's still very distracted by that. Falurie also. Falurie, it's a little hard to tell because it's a very strange creature, but Fenris gets a really good look at this, and it's almost like cinematic. There's this little golden flash across your eyes. The iris just lit up for just a second in the passing light, and you look at this creature, and it's willing to die because it's already going to die. So it's basically, it seems to be strangely, it's almost resolved to its fate, but it looks up at you with this look like almost like a drowning being looking at the shore that's a little too far.
Probably not going to change anything, but can Darmita get advantage?
Yes, she can actually, because she is a it's her favored not terrain.
Yeah,
I mean,
Her favorite terrain is devil
It's not rules as
eyes.
written, but it's within the realm.
It's
of what
not
we've
rules as
previously done.
written. Yeah, it's not
I would
rules as
allow it
written.
because you spend enough
is-
time concentrating on these kinds of things. You have a pretty good sense of how to read them. So I'd
You
grant
have
that. For
narrative
sure.
advantage, not mechanical advantage.
As you're looking at this thing, you can see not much better. It's hard
That's
to read.
Wow. I am.
massively
Hopefully, I'm
worse.
getting all the shit rolls out
Yeah.
early.
That was investigation, which is a +4.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
with
that's
what I
that's 3 too
saw-
high. Double sevens.
Oh, it's not massively
Oh,
worse.
shit.
You're right. Yeah,
That's okay.
That's funny.
I'll just take the roll and just change them
Yeah.
up.
Same dice.
All right. It is entirely up to you. This creature seems resolved to its fate.
I'm gonna pull Darmita aside for a second, and be right back, and have a sidebar with Darmita. Keep an
Okay.
eye on it. You too, Darmita.
Fine.
I sense that it's desperate, and I do want to kill it. But maybe we've been here too long. But maybe we can turn it against our enemies. But I'm also fine with killing it. And I'm having a moment of indecision. I can't always be decisive. So, what do you think? What do we do?
The hell is wrong with us? This never used to be a question. Aim and kill. Aim and kill. That's it. That's all we did. Why are we second guessing this anymore? Damn it.
Saw something in it, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm indecisive. I thought we would kill it, but I'm having somewhat second thoughts. So if you want to kill it, let's kill it and be done with it. Or if you want to bring it along to be used against, our enemies, then whatever. I don't care anymore. I'm kind of like
It's a demon. It's a
devil.
it's a fiend. It'll turn on us.
Yeah.
Best chance it gets. That's its nature. Scorpions, frogs.
Yeah. I'm just thinking if we throw it at our enemies to be a distraction, could it be useful? I know it's going to try to turn us at some point if it got convenient to do that.
I'll tell you what, if we keep it, it sends responsibility.
Yes. Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't want to be. This is weird, and I don't want to be the one making the decision on this. So this is a group decision, but it would be Hen's responsibility if Hen wants to keep this thing on. No,
No.
We should just like not keep it with us. This is insane. My brain.
And at that, I will turn. Just a quick question, Todd.
Yeah, what's up?
I can't remember because it was 2 weeks ago, and
No worries. Also,
I don't remember yesterday.
Kutenai. 2, 3, 5, 7, 6. Welcome to the
Kutenai.
Kutenai.
Hey, Donnie.
Nice.
I know him.
Oh, well, I just thought you were telepathic.
I could be. I very well could be, but I'm not. And I can't remember. I know I had my hunter's mark on something, like I was using it. It's not gone.
I think it was the wyvern.
Was it the wyvern?
I think so.
Which disappeared.
It's dead.
I thought that wyvern disappeared that I had it on. Because one of the wyverns left.
One of them did, but I think the other one was much closer to you. So I have a feeling it was that one. I could check the tape, but let's say you have your hunter's mark to assign as a bonus.
Okay. I'm going to hunter's mark it and do what I do. I don't want this thing. I don't see any benefit in it.
So Henrietta and Fenris have had this small conversation off to the side. Oh, sorry. Henrietta is
Darmita
sitting.
And,
yes,
Fenris.
Darmita and Fenris are having this conversation kind of at the entrance to this vehicle. Henrietta is standing next to standing next to where this large insectine ice devil is kind of crouched on the ground. And it looks up at Henrietta and just kind of,
So, what brings you to hell?
They call it the companion. A big orb brought El Trail down. I like point up at it because you can visibly see it from like anywhere in Avernus.
Yes, I have seen. I know. Such a delicious fate for an imprisoned.
as it gets shot in the neck 3 times.
3 times.
It was already pretty roughed up in the previous battle. So let me see if I can find how many hit points it had left. Wasn't many. Oh, no. Not too much. So it got a little roughed up.
22, 33, 35, and 48.
Okay. 48?
Yeah.
Okay. So that it's just like as all these things are peppering it, one of them caught it in the eye, and Henry is just like, and it looks up and it extends one insectine like claw and kind of just paws weakly along Henrietta's arm, and it drags down, and it looks up at her, these strange alien bulbous eyes looking up, and its mandibles kind of quivering, and then it mutters as it falls,
I like warm hearts.
If I could save at least one.
I just walk up, grab my arrows, kind of wipe them off on it, see if they're salvageable, and walk away.
Yeah.
Remaining telekinesis I have, I pick it up and toss it out.
Wow. All right. If you didn't know already, viewers, these people are morally ambiguous. These may not be the good guys, but when you're in hell, do you really want the good guys? All right.
Yeah, it's weird, like in any other context, you wouldn't describe a murderer as morally ambiguous. But in D&D, nah, that's like gray, weirdly.
All right. So, Henrietta, Darmita. I gotta.
Oh, okay.
Darmita.
Yes.
Can I get a survival check with advantage? to see how fast you can cover this. You do have a guide, and you have the map, the Mad Cartographer's map, so you won't get lost. You know where you're going. This is all about how fast you can get there.
So how about super advantage?
You get regular advantage.
I tried. 28.
Whoa! That's one of the best rolls you've done tonight. That's
Well,
a
she
nice...
squeezes in a Dora reference. Does she get an extra?
Nice.
No? No? Okay.
Dude,
No.
I just joined a group on Facebook called D&D and Dads, and I couldn't help but think of you and myself.
I might join that group, actually.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. It seems pretty funny. All right, so you guys are booking it. You just tearing through hell. It's definitely, you're going fast. You fire up the hellish infernal machine to the sounds of the screams of the soul coin you clunk in. At which point you get, woo, that's real loud. All right, I'll turn that down a little. I don't know if you guys can hear that, or if anybody can.
Let me go check the stream.
I don't think it's going out to the stream. Well, it might be. All right. So you guys are tearing across the plane of hell. All right. Well, I'll fix that on break. Sorry, I was busy just getting home. No worries, Uncanny. All right. So you guys are booking it, and with that roll, you actually make excellent time. By the time you're all pretty... I mean, from combat, the adrenaline fades, and you're beginning to start to get a little bit... tired as the rocking of the machine. Everyone except Darmita can definitely take a little rest if you wanted to. She, however, is... Well, actually, you could trade each other off. You've done that before. So you can all take a short rest if you like. And you end up making it to the sticks in relatively short order. And the imp, Scrix, points away across... steers you towards a place just south of the Stygian dock, where there's a small, relatively small barge pulled up against the dock, and there's several different imps flittering around. At one point, Scrix calls up to Darmita, tugging on her cloak until it gets her attention, and is like,
You need to wait here. I will go ahead.
Okay, I'll pull it to a screeching halt, I guess.
all right. So you pause, and the little imp flaps off, and after a few minutes, it comes back with this other imp. This kind of got these yellowish tinge streaks across it, almost like sort of like paint, like decoration, and just to differentiate the variety of imps. And you end up they mutter back and forth in Infernal, which most of you understand. And it's like,
Come on, Donnie, for all time's sake.
and eventually it agrees to take you across the sticks for the price of a soul coin. Are you gonna take that or go the long way? Or try
We'll
to
take it.
negotiate.
I'll take it. I just murdered a bunch of...
You got a bunch.
got a bunch of them, so why not?
All right. It this coin is quite sizable. Sorry, apparently I have a throat. I'm learning this now. So it's pretty sizable, about the size of a fist in size, and like a good half centimeter thick, stamped on one side with the face of Asmodeus, which has one of those eyes that feel like it's watching you no matter where you look at it. And on the other side, there's this embossed face stuck in there, this tortured face on the other side of the coin. And the imp happily, greedily accepts it and takes it and clutches it, and spits on it, bites it a little bit. And at which point you hear this ever so soft, like, and then it's like, and tucks it away inside this little satchel that it kind of carries over his shoulder, and then which magically appeared because it suddenly needed a coin purse. You You follow this thing back to the barge, and it begins to it and a couple of the other imps kind of begin to just drag this thing, and it is super slow the way that this thing is moving. There are long poles as well, but the imps are a little too small to use, so they've got these ropes and are just towing. There's like 3 at the front trying to tow it across. It's really slow going, but it drags out and the current begins to grab it and just drift sideways. You're going further downstream than you are across, and it's actually kind of okay because Scrix is like,
"No, it's okay. Daddy knows the best way through."
and you're looking at this red bubbling waves stretching out around. You've been warned repeatedly: do not touch, do not drink, do not go near the water. And this is about as close as you are, and you're on there with this very large machine. It's stable for now, but there's not. It doesn't seem very forgiving. Can I get everybody to do a dexterity check for me?
Great, good.
Dexterity saving throw or a what?
Or an acrobatics.
Either acrobatics or just straight up dex. That's one of the imps, by the way.
Yeah, Archie, one of the imps.
All right. The DC is not terrifically high. All right, Falurie, you pass, no problem. You got wings anyway. You can
I'm
skip.
spending a luck point.
And Gordon rolled a 3.
There you go. 21.
19. Nice. So at one point, everybody's kind of watching, and Fenris kind of goes to hop off, and then like steps on something, and the rail you step on, which is right next to the exit of the machine, infernal machine, it snaps, and you start to topple backwards, and you just the luck point is Henrietta just grabs you by that. What's the next highest actually? How did Henrietta do anyway?
It would have been better if I did a save instead, I'm realizing, but whatever. 17s are the highest for Bela.
Yeah, it's Bela.
Okay. So Bela reaches out and just grabs you by your chainmail shirt and pulls you back on.
There you go.
Seems good.
Falurie, you can either stay with the barge or scout a little. I'm assuming you tend to go up in the air a lot.
Yep, I'll go up and scout a little.
Yeah. So they head downstream quite a long way, at which point you pass on the side of the mountain one of those firestorms and dust kicking up, and it starts to come across at one point, and you just catch the tail end of it, and it kind of rocks the boat a little bit more, and it definitely makes it harder to breathe for a while, but nothing too bad. And then let's say Henrietta, not really being too wanting to look at Fenris right now, is looking out over this strange river, and you see this massive serpentine back just come out of the water for a moment and then dive back in. You're just like, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not heading in your direction. It's kind of across.
I'm gonna make a religion check. Just
Yeah,
cause.
go for it.
I only got a 13.
Some kind of terrible fiendish snake creature swimming in the Styx.
Yep.
Some kind of leviathan beast, maybe. All right, so it makes a turn. You actually make quite a bit of this distance downstream, and at one point you get within. You come around a large bend, right, way down here, and it's close enough to the shore that these Styx watchtowers, you can clearly make out these devils up on top of the watchtowers, and they're manning these ballistas, and you can see them kind of laughing, and you see a couple of like barbed spear like things go flinging out into the Styx, pretty like in your direction very clearly, but falling short. And at one point you see another one kind of start turning the ballista and start which is on the top of this weird rickety tower that's been assembled ad hoc at the side of the sticks, manned by these devils. And this one bearded devil is busy getting it ready and aiming it, and this other chain devil comes up and smacks him in the back of the head, and he's like, ah! And they point, and one of the imps has been standing on the bow waving like this, and eventually just a couple more of the spines from spine devils on the roof as well go splashing nearby you, but they thankfully hold their fire from the ballista, which probably could reach you. The burning plains come next, and it is just firestorm after firestorm directly due to the south. You're relatively, well, actually, you don't really recognize this landscape at this point. You haven't been this far down, and you can see in the distance these hills and these burning fire tornadoes just arcing their way across the plain. You do end up going through one of these before you reach to land. I'm going to need everybody to do a Constitution saving throw.
All right. How big is the thing? Is everyone considered within 10 feet of me?
If you stand right in the middle, you won't catch the imps, but you could get everybody in your party if you...
Yeah, I mean, I imagine I'm not like intentionally positioning myself, right? I'm thinking it's just a boat. I don't know how big it is, right? So
it's
or we're not even on the boat
40.
anymore. We're in the thing now, right? Or are we going down that river?
You're going down the river.
Oh, okay, cool. So we're on the boat.
You're
I don't know
on
how
the
big
boat,
the boat
but the
is,
Inferno
so.
machine is in the center, taking up
Yeah.
most of the barge.
Right.
But there's probably a good 5 or 10 feet at either end, and beyond what would be within your radius. But all the party can be, so everybody gets a bonus.
So it's a +4?
Yeah. So I got a 21. Falurie got a 20.
All right, nice.
24.
20.
Oh, yep, everybody's doing just fine. So the ash and everything, you kind of shelter under your cloaks and stamp out anything that catches. And the imps don't seem bothered by it at all. They barely notice it. It's like sea spray to a sailor. It's just nothing to them.
Right.
All right, so I don't need to roll fire damage. Fine. Ruin my
Oh, nice.
fun.
I figured it would half it.
Well, no, it's relatively easy.
No, it's all right, guys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. You know,
Very good.
I'm gonna repeat what I said before about Todd being a pushover GM.
Oh boy, here we go. Right when we're about to get to a big fight. Are we getting
All
a
right.
long rest? I want my
No.
long rest.
Please note that we do not concur with our comrades' opinions.
Your protests have been noted and discarded.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So-
You can say this because
A
he's
long rest?
know,
Did we get a long rest?
you know.
Fenris, if you were trying to do an 8-hour rest from pretty much the time you left, tell you what.
I would say that Darmita has already rolled for it to be the next day, so I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that's true. And the proper people have been notified. All right, nice. All right, so I'm gonna say Fenris is desperately trying to get a long rest, but you're not quite there yet.
24
Somebody's got to
Constitution
be
wasn't
driving the bus. But if you
I'm not
are
driving the
basically
bus.
flat, it'd take another. Let me see. It's gonna take you another 3 hours to
All right.
wrap up your long rest,
Cool.
but you're on the way.
So what do you need to drive? Is it dexterity?
It is.
All right, well, I'll take over if people need a break.
Sure. So Darmita, you can easily get a short rest.
It won't benefit me.
All right. Now you could camp at some point if you want to, but it is not exactly hospitable terrain, and you are not
When
in
has it
any
ever
kind
been?
of protection or shelter. The last time you slept somewhat soundly was in the protection of the succubus in her
Yeah.
kind of oasis.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Now, you you kind of nod off. It's several hours before too much longer. That from here it'll still be 3. And you end up reaching this point, and Scrix comes up and kind of shakes Darmita and Falurie. Fenris just rolls over, grumbling like the teenager he is. Every once in a while, we're reminded that he's actually just 18. He's carrying a lot. But Scrix comes and wakes them. It's like,
We're almost here. We can see it. We'll make land when it is safe to do so.
can I get one of you? You get to pick. Roll a d20, please.
Once.
Roll it.
I don't know.
And
Two.
Henrietta dies.
Henrietta rolled it.
Two.
Henrietta rolled a 2.
God damn.
I love failing. It's super fun. Makes things happen.
That it does.
Maybe it's
All
like
right.
golf. It's the lowest
Henrietta,
score.
you've had a nice little rest. You haven't been doing much. You kind
No,
of
yeah, I got a short rest. I already marked it off.
Yeah,
Said
you
so
kind
earlier.
of-
Yeah.
look out over the side, and you see the blasted hellscape, the dust and the cracked terrain, and these weird bubbling cesspools that you know are either just cesspools or possibly puddles from the Styx, or possibly demon ichor. I mean, it is a never-ending war. It's hard to tell at this distance. You're still about 50 feet out from the shore, and the imps are pulling pretty furiously towards the shore at this point. And Scrix turns to you and says,
Hey, you're strong. Help!
and he motions towards one of these long poles at the side of the boat.
Oh, sure, yeah. If it's not going to mess anything up.
It might make
Certainly.
it faster.
So you bend down to grab this, and you're kind of
Can I make an
pushing,
athletics check?
steering. Yeah. Well, actually, hold up. So you're doing a pretty good job. You're getting the hang of it, bracing your feet and pushing off any of the shallow bits. And every once in a while you hit something that really felt like it was solid, but probably floating beneath the
Right.
surface.
Sure. I saw a big serpent at one point. So
You did. And you see this weird bubble forming about 5 feet off to your left, and you're on the port side there. And you could poke it with your stick, or you could leave it alone. What do you want to do?
So I assume my shield is not equipped because I am rowing.
Yeah, it's
I will not poke
next
it with a
nearby.
stick.
Okay, you refrain from that, and as you go, you're pushing forward. You're like, see that, and all of a sudden, this one eye up out of the surface of the Styx and goes rotating around like a twisted submarine. Very New Hope, and it sees you, and you kind of instinctively take half a step back and ready yourself, like ready to post up, and your hand glides along the post up along this big oar type thing, getting ready to bash it if you have to, and your left hand goes into the wet liquid that's glomming onto the stick.
I've been picking up what you're putting down.
So I'm gonna need you to do. Oh damn! I'm gonna need to look this up. I think it's an intelligence saving throw.
Really?
I think so.
Ooh. Oh. Can I just fail it? That sounds way more interesting.
I mean, you can choose to fail saves. Absolutely.
I remember one time I
Exactly.
was designing a
I just want to
custom race.
die.
I was designing
Henriette?
a custom race, and I was like, wouldn't it be interesting to have the opposite of the Halfling's Lucky, where your nat 20s get re-rolled? And I remember Gordon was like, why would anyone ever play that? And I'm like, what are you talking about? That's awesome. Different kinds of players, you know?
Yep. And I appreciate that. I really do. It's gonna take me a while to find this.
You want me
And
just to roll
Henrietta's gonna
flat
die
d20?
one limb at a time.
of what happens.
As
when you
long
get
as your
exposed to the
shenanigans
Styx.
don't get the rest of us killed. That's all I'm saying. Like, you want to do
I
that?
always say, you know, Now, this is like
Albeit.
the one D&D quote I want people to remember, which is, if you don't stick your hand in every hole, how will you know if it was going to get bit on off?
See, Henrietta's gonna be like the Black Knight in Monty Python. He's gonna have each limb cut off until he dies.
She's fine.
It'll be fine.
You want me to just roll a flat d20 again? And then
Yeah,
we can,
just
like,
roll a
figure it
d20
out
for now.
after.
I have
we'll
to
modify
find
it
it.
later. I got a 9.
And you would get your +4 to that.
Yeah, so with +4, that
Awesome.
is 13. And then if it's something I'm actually proficient in, blah, blah, blah. If it's wisdom, I'm a -1. If it is intelligence, I'm a +1.
Let me see. I'm gonna have to look this up. Damn it. Anyway, regardless, I'll look that up in a few minutes. But this strange like numbness occurs to you. It's like this strange tingling on your hand.
Oh, that's
And
not
it
good.
quickly flows up, and you just let go and look at it for a second, and you see the blood red water just dripping off your fingers, and you're just like, and then that numbness just goes into your mind.
Yeah, let me see if I
And-
have any reactions, because I know a lot of spells that might be relevant. So let me just take a look to see what I...
You
Would
are
maybe
a
have done.
paladin.
Yeah. Where am I?
You've
What are my
got-
spells?
You can get rid of things.
Heck yeah.
Hint.
You mean just like straight up like disease and stuff? That is a lay on hands thing, that's true. But I don't think this is going to be a
Mhm.
disease.
Okay, I found it finally. Okay,
Awesome.
now hold on.
See,
Okay, so
What's
you
up,
post up,
Franklin?
and then the bubble pops, and you're like, "Oh, I guess it's no big deal." And you kind of go to wipe your brow. That's why, because just touching it isn't a big deal. But then, and you just that was
Right.
the two. You're like, okay.
Oh boy.
So
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm just gonna say you're at disadvantage because there is a whole other thing, but that's if you drink it. So, but you've been egging me on all night, so fuck you.
Yeah. You don't have to feel bound to the book. Come on, what kind of GM are you? Make something
All right.
up.
I'm gonna need you to do. It's. I need to look this up. Damn it. All right. Feeble mind spell, basically,
Ooh,
and
nice. That sounds like it's irrelevant.
and you
but I don't know.
definitely failed the DC. There we go. So, there you
Feeble
go.
mind, as if cast by an entire river.
Yep, exactly.
Cool.
And so, I'm just gonna look that up, but I'm pretty sure that Feeble Mind is a 8th level. Oh damn. Intelligence saving throw.
Okay, yeah, intelligence save puts me at a 14 total.
All right, yeah, you fail, and
Yeah.
you take only 12 damage, psychic
Okay.
damage, as
Sure.
your mind just goes numb with a strange like buzzing sound, just kind of taking over, and it's actually very similar to the it's almost like your head it starts to ring, and on one side you just hear from within your dual helm, the
Yeah.
fiendish side and the angelic side, and on the other side you just hear this piercing whine. Can I get you to do me a favor? Can I get you to roll me a percentile dice?
Oh, of course.
And we'll see which side of the helm comes up.
54. I believe that's devil's side. Or, sorry, demon. 54. If I remember
54?
correctly.
Yeah. So you actually have advantage on this save.
Okay.
Weirdly. But the demon
What save?
side
The one I already
actually
rolled and I'm
helps
going to
you.
roll again? Or
You
is there
get
a
to
new
roll it again.
saving throw?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. I'm just going to roll a d20 again, add it after. It was a 5.
That does not help you.
No, that was
so-
worse.
So, yeah. You can hear Baphomet cackling on the left frontal lobe of your
Oh, it's Baphomet.
mind.
Cool. Awesome. That's good to know.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to sprinkle that little nugget in later. So
I
there
think
you
I
go.
asked for their name and they're like, no.
You hear in the background, hey,
Hey, Baphomet, what you watching?
And he's like,
This fool Paladin.
Well,
So
you're
now
gonna
you
speak common now, are you?
all right, so your intelligence and charisma scores become 1. You can't activate magic items or cast spells or understand language or communicate in any intelligible way. You do know who your friends are, maybe.
Nice.
And yeah, it's not quite gonna last as long as you normally would, because you would have to drink it to have that happen. But it's
Okay, so
in
I just like
effect.
slump backwards, like, blah. Like, does it say intelligence?
It's intelligence and charisma.
Okay, so
fall to
like
1.
I'm like basically an amoeba right now. Like I can't think. Yeah. So I just like slump back. I like lose all muscle control.
Henrietta collapses on the deck, and I don't know that anyone else notices for a little while. Eventually, Falurie sees.
Strix just like kicks me for business. Is like whatever. Leaves.
Falurie, you're actually the first one to notice that Henrietta's slumped at the side of the deck.
Can I poke her with my lightning javelin?
Yep.
I
Do me
just
a
want to
favor.
see if she's still alive.
Hey, I wish we had a D3. Let's say roll
Yeah,
a
no, they have
D6. Roll the
D6?
D6. No,
I mean,
not
you
you.
can roll a D3.
Henrietta.
Oh, I'll
Okay.
roll a D3. You can do that. It's a digital tabletop.
It's true. Or a D6 divided by 2, whatever.
I got a 3.
All right. So, fight, freeze, flight. So something just jabbed you that was pointy. You begin to scurry backwards. No, you get a slight hint of recognition off of Falurie, but only just. And in your animalistic state, you hurry back, hissing at Falurie.
She's still alive, guys.
Why?
Barely.
Dude,
Fenris
is this
rolls
now
over,
pointed at? Like what?
snoring. Darmita,
What?
you did hear.
Hmm.
Fenris is pulling the old 5 more minutes, Mom.
5 minutes. Stop making friends with devils, Henrietta. Stupid paladin.
Then kill all the boat people.
Mm.
Darmita's gonna just walk over to her, look over at Falurie, just be like, help me get her into the magic school bus. Jesus Christ.
With some
Very well.
coaxing, and it takes a while to wrangle her up and make Henrietta calm down. Can I get you to do an animal handling check? Yes! I finally made someone do that!
That's pretty good.
Me or Falurie? Or both of us?
Both of you. Or one of you with advantage.
What do you want to do? Advantage or
For which roll again, sorry?
animal handling?
Animal handling.
I'll help you.
Okay, I'll take advantage.
Sounds good.
Not that I think it'll do much. What the flick? Alright, what the hell's going on? Oh shit. I somehow got kicked out of Roll20. Give me 2.
All right, Carl, it's
2
up to you.
beats. No, I got it. I could do
Okay.
it. It's just
All right.
I had to get back in. My bad.
No worries.
Here we go.
I'm so excited that I got to roll an animal handling check. on a
21,
player,
nat
coaxing
20.
you back in. That is, oh man, I feel like I just had an achievement unlocked.
I feel like I just wasted a nat 20.
Nat 20. So you channel like the most motherly, kind, ranger-esque kind of moments as you coax Henrietta out from underneath the magic school bus with a little bit of food in one hand and calling her forward, and you just kind of stroke her chin and she comes forward, and that weird horned, one side horn, one side feathered, kind of peaked like a great horned owl, helm kind of pokes out from underneath, and you coax her out and just lead her You take her hand and guide Henrietta inside, and Scrix is busy, notices what's going on finally, and just looks at you and is like,
She drank the water. Don't touch the water.
all right. Once Scrix finally settles down, he lets you know that you should check her mouth. If she doesn't have much in her mouth, it will probably not last too long. But otherwise, she needs
Powerful magics. Great. Restoration would do.
Yeah, well, we don't have that, so. And I'll check her mouth.
There doesn't appear to be. There may have been just a drop, if that, but it was mostly in contact with her hand. You see her hand and quickly wrap it up in some in like a torn off section of a cloak.
Yeah, I'll
And
clean
wipe
it
it
up
clean.
and basically lay her down in the back of the bus and just kind of walk back onto the deck like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
here we
it is
go.
funny because I definitely would have neither my hands nor my forehead available for that.
Oh, right.
Full plate armor. Like, what are you gonna do?
It's true. You would have.
I mean, it's not waterproof, but yeah,
It's true. Well,
Yeah.
some seeped in, I suppose.
you got in there.
You
Yep.
got in. All right. Anyway,
I noticed this.
can I get Henrietta? Can I get you to roll a d6?
Sure. This is one I want to get low on, right?
Which is one of my favorite songs. Roll a d6. Roll. Ooh. All right.
I'm smart. I know what's going on.
Yeah, you do.
I know
All
what
right, so-
numbers to roll.
At this point, you notice
Low, then high, then roll again.
they have docked, such as it is, wedging the barge up on kind of a sandier bit of dust bank, and you can see, take it in now. Falurie especially sees the plane is kind of a little bit more level at this point. A couple of dust storms, but not quite those fire tornadoes. And across the way is this imposing, massive, splinter-like structure. This massive wrought iron, and it looks crafted. It's got these strange lines of reddish, almost magma, but it glows with a slightly different color, running up and down the edges, and it definitely looks like it is a crashed, massive structure that would be. It's hard to make out in the distance. You're still a ways, but you have arrived just outside of what you've been told is the wrecked flying fortress, once belonging to Zariel, now abandoned.
Come. We'll make good time.
Scrix clambers up on the magic school bus, and you are ready. You ready to head out? Fenris, you can be awake, but you're still technically resting. You need 2 more hours.
I'll check on Henrietta. Just I don't know if I can do an Arcana check to see what happened to her.
Sure. I mean, probably somebody tells you in the passing as well.
Sure,
So go
like,
ahead and
oh,
roll
would-
Arcana.
Okay.
I would tell Fenris what's going on.
Alright. Okay. So I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm not a healer, but I'll definitely at least just take a look at the magical kind of condition that she's under.
Sure. You take a look at her. You look at the cloak that
8.
they were used to wipe the bit of cloak. They just tore off cut with a bit of dagger. Some of her cloak, this old white cloak of Pellar that's much stained, and now is stained with the liquid of the sticks. And you kind of give it a little sniff, but not too close.
Not too close.
Being all careful.
Um,
Wafting method. Wafting.
Yeah, and I guess with an 8, I don't really get much beyond that. Her brain is mush.
Her brain is mush, and I mean, Scrix said it should wear off at some point. It depends how bad she got it, but you're not sure how much she got it.
Just trying to understand if, like, obviously I can't cast a healing spell, but is it like a disease or something, or is it like a curse?
It's really hard to tell with. I mean, you've been told again and again that the water of the Styx is terrible to touch, and it infects the mind. But that's all you get.
All right, I will. I don't know if this will work, but I will try one use of my Kyogum's ointment.
Ooh. All right, let's look that up. Because that
So
might do it, actually.
it heals for 2d8 plus 2. It also, the person ceases to be poisoned, and it cures any disease. And I still have 3 uses left, but out of 9. But I haven't used it in a while. So I don't know if it'll work, but bloop.
Henrietta, can I get you to do a intelligence saving throw?
Sure. That is a 24.
Oof. That is a pass. Your mind,
Oh wait, no, it's not. Because I'm at 1 intelligence.
True.
So that's a negative 5.
But you're also +4 because of Paladin.
Right.
So
Or 19, whatever. That's still a pass.
No, it's this kind of matters. So normally be 24.
Is 1 negative 5 or negative 4?
I thought it was -4.
Probably. That would make sense, but I don't remember.
So
let me check.
Yeah, okay. We'll check it. Yeah, I thought it was -4, but maybe it's more. This kind of matters because it's right on that cusp. Hey, Taka Sabroso. Sorry I didn't say hi earlier. I should throw timestamps on.
-5.
-5. So, sort of +5, I'm at negative. Yeah, so I rolled +1, and it's instead -5, which means I subtract 6.
So it'll be
from my
14
result.
+4.
Okay.
So that is a fail.
Is it really +4? Isn't your charisma 1 as well?
No, I think that's a flat. Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Look
that's
at
right.
you guys.
You just get +1, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it is a minimum +1. Yeah.
You
so it will be
failed.
+1 from that.
You wasted my Kyogum's ointment. Thank you.
I mean, I wouldn't have used it on me.
Wait.
Oh, hold on. You are, because of Baphomet laughing over your shoulder, you do technically have advantage.
Well, I rolled twice and I got 11 on the second one.
Yeah.
I mean,
that
before this calculation baloney, I can.
There's no way he could do it.
I rolled a 19 on the die, right?
Yeah, there's no way he'd be able to do it rolling a 19 on the die.
Unless he got a nat 20, which that mitigates usually. I mean, depending on the DM.
It just depends if the ointment is this a disease that the ointment works against?
Yeah.
Because that's really what it comes down to. There's no way he's going to be able to pass a saving throw, an intelligence saving throw with an intelligence of 1.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a straight up magical thing, then theoretically you could dispel magic, but it sounds like it's not actually a spell, it's replicating the effect of a spell, which means it might be a disease.
Yeah. So, in this case...
I mean, it's going to last like an hour or a day or something, so I'm not
something
really
like that. But, it's not because you didn't get much. This ointment, how it ends up. I was going to do this narratively anyway.
Love a death spiral.
So at this point, oh yeah, I'm realizing how much of a death spiral Feeble Mind really is. So as you are applying this ointment and trying to get this. There's this loud, like, buzzing in your right ear, Henrietta, and you can just, like, Fenris is leaning over you. muttering something, but you don't get any sense of it. It's just more like, yeah,
I can't understand language. Yeah.
And at one point you're just like, and then you actually manage to mutter just a single word that is somewhat intelligible back.
Oh.
What do you say?
I don't know. What do I say? Like, what are you saying with this?
What do you want to communicate?
I have one intelligence. I'm not trying to communicate anything.
So the
You're confusing me. What is the context of my word?
Internet? I need you.
I could make something up, but like, I don't have any thought behind this.
That's true. So internet, what is the word? Internet.
I have less intelligence
than
like
back to Fenris.
I have less intelligence than like a golem, right? Like I have like actually I don't think I have enough intelligence for motor control, right? An animal has more intelligence than one.
Yeah.
So like I'm like a rock.
You're unable to. Well, it's beginning to fade.
Sure.
And you're right. It only lasts a certain number. Just one word. One word from Henrietta comes out as actually audible, giving Fenris the hope that this may not last forever. Internet.
I vote for Pelor. That's the one I'll vote for.
Well, you gave up your vote, sir.
Yeah, good. Exactly. I like the idea of the internet coming up with
No, that sounds excellent to me.
It's like her first word. What does she say? Reborn from the river Styx. All right, we'll come back to that. Are you fired?
I'm not deciding as a player. I'm getting a vote.
I'm just going to leave Henrietta there. I used an ointment. Doesn't seem to work
did
that
it heal
well.
me, actually?
Loading.
And/or effect.
Loading. That... Loading.
I know other languages. I could say something in Celestial.
Let's leave Henrietta there. Let's get going.
But did I get healed or not? Because
it did. It healed you.
How much?
Gordon, how much was it?
It heals you 2d8 plus 2.
Nice. So you can go ahead and roll that. Meanwhile, she loads in, and meanwhile, Falurie's been standing on the deck of, now on the infernal machine as as Darmita turns it and drives it off the barge, and you're looking out over this massive shard that's been jammed into the plane, crashed. You can tell the bottom is all broken and wrecked, but it extends upwards into the sky, almost defiantly trying to not fall over. So you also have a strange sensation. Falurie.
Fuck, he didn't get some water on me, did he?
No. Good call. You look out and you get this. You're kind of lost in thought for a moment, and back at that horrible day, that moment of post-traumatic stress, when your friends were attacked, when you were attacked, you were betrayed by Kaleka and Sarnia, and they then stole something from your monastery and fled, betraying everyone. And you remembered that battle that you had with Kaleka and they scarred you up pretty good. Like they stabbed you real good. You're kind of absentmindedly running your hand up and down your stomach where that massive scar from the dagger was. Actually, I think it was a short sword. And just kind of, it's become a habit for you. And the scar feels warm and fresh today. And it aching. And you look out towards this thing and you've just got this question. Is today the day?
Sure feels like it.
All right. If you want to finish your long rest, you can park on the bank here or somewhere between here and there. It's a pretty quick drive to get right up to the base of this wrecked fortress. What do you want to do as a party?
Gordon, you're muted.
If we're only a couple hours away from completing a long rest, I would want to complete the long rest because, let's be honest here, it could also help one of our party get over the affliction of her feeble mind.
Sure.
So I don't think we should be right on the bank, but we should kind of go in, tuck in, and then just wait a bit. Let me heal. Let me basically get my long rest. Hopefully the effects on Henrietta will clear up, and we can continue.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so you guys complete the rest. I'm gonna need everybody to do a Constitution saving throw.
I think we get +1 from your aura. Because it's minimum +1.
Yeah.
Am I
We're
back?
protected. Minimum bonus
Yeah.
of +1.
Yep.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, internet.
Internets. It's all good.
Did you say a con save?
Yep, Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
Falurie, you're not sure what it is, just that anger, that sense of finally maybe getting a lead on finishing your mission. Just that drive just pushes you through.
17.
I'm having a great time over here. I just get to relax. This is great.
Did you roll a 9?
I also rolled a 23 if I had advantage.
You do not. So
I
you roll-
should. I'm not even engaging with whatever's going on. I'm protected inside a van.
You know what I like? I like that the dice are taking my revenge for me.
No, I'm having a great time. What are you talking about?
So
I'm just
you
checked
all-
out of this episode. You guys beat the boss. I'm not going to fight it anyway.
That's true.
Shit.
So
We'll just throw Henrietta's body in front of it, that's all.
That's right.
So Scrix sends their cousin away and the barge pulls away. You guys spend a very uncomfortable time camped out in your magic school bus. The heat and the strange rattling winds not allowing a great rest. It just feels oppressive. It's one of the worst nights you've spent in hell, and that is saying something. And you, those of you who did not get a 10 or higher, so Henrietta, yeah, you wake up enraged.
Oh.
And you're already in an animalistic state, but actually, when you wake up after your sleep, the feeble mind has faded, and you can think and speak again. The effects are gone. It was only lasting for 1 hour.
Oh, the horse.
Or you don't know exactly when it faded, but you have had the worst dreams. You've had Baphomet playing with your mind. These tormented.
It was the dog having the nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah. And you wake up and you had crawled out of the magic school bus while everybody else was resting. And you actually wake up underneath in the mud, the dust of Avernus and the ash just caked on you. You come crawling out and you have a level of exhaustion.
There it is. Waiting for that.
And you couldn't spend any hit dice, although I think you're already maxed.
No, I'm not. I'm 4 away.
Okay. Well, you don't get to spend any hit dice, unfortunately. But that's it. So you have technically completed a long rest.
What
You do have your
happened?
slots, but it was a bad
How
night.
did I get here? Oh.
So, but that's only those 3 that got the long rest, right? Not me.
Actually, if you guys wanted to, you could delay going in. It depends on whether you want to push it. You'd have either 5.5 days or 5 days left.
I'd prefer. How is. Because she did have a long rest not that long ago.
Whom?
How long does it take before exhaustion starts to creep in?
You could press on probably for another 12 hours without really worrying about it. You're
I say
pretty healthy.
we do.
Okay. So you don't get one, but everybody else did.
Yeah,
Well, they needed
Darmita
somebody
would
to
want to
watch
keep
anyway.
going.
Okay.
She has
Good.
more motivation and drive because of Lulu.
Okay. So you guys kind of take a quick survey and see Henrietta crawl back out, just looking like ass. And you when you get back in the magic school bus, your celestial horse. Wait, did you dismiss it? I don't remember. I think you did.
Yeah, I did when we went to see Belle.
Okay, so it's not in there. But you kind of look around, you forget most of the last 24 hours. It's just a
Yep.
haze.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So was that like a long rest? Did I just get no effect of it? Is that the idea? Like I just didn't get the effect of a long rest, right?
You technically get your spell slots,
Oh,
but
sweet,
you
yeah. Okay.
yes, exactly. You look like death warmed over, so you couldn't spend any hit dice if it was a short rest.
Right.
So you
my spell slots are
basically
full. Nice. I haven't used any since the last time we had long rest.
so you're
'Cause that's
basically
just-
fine, except you're exhausted. You get one
Yeah,
level
cool.
of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Do me another favor.
Hmm?
Roll another percentile dice.
Oh, I'd love to.
You're fine. 77. You're okay.
Cool. I
Just
don't even know what could have gone wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Something.
Something.
All right, so Darmita kind of rouses everybody a little bit early, but you've all had your rest, but she's eager to press on, and Falurie kind of practically leaps up
All right, where are we?
from sitting there cross-legged in the middle, just more meditating than sleep.
Starts doing calisthenics.
Yeah,
Come
exactly.
on, guys, let's go.
All right. A towering wreck rises from the scorched hellscape. It looks like a giant sword blade, tilted to a 20-degree angle and partly buried underground. Much of its exposed hull is rusted and torn asunder. Hot wind screams as it tears through the hollowed holes in the structure. And 6 giant vulture-like creatures circle high above it as you get a little bit closer. Okay. Darmita, your passive perception picks this up. Everybody else is kind of...
Are you
who's
sure?
got the highest passive, actually?
It isn't me.
It's me.
Okay,
If you're
Fenris.
looking for
I have
passive
I got 22.
investigation,
Oh,
Falurie
sorry.
might actually.
Falurie has the highest.
Falurie,
yeah,
22.
Falurie.
you're looking at
22
this thing, and
passive?
everybody's looking out towards this this wrecked flying fortress, and you're the one who's keeping an eye out. And there's
How do you have 22?
you see this massive firestorm bearing down on you from the west, and it is coming in fast. Just this roiling wall of ash and dust. It's almost like a pyroclastic cloud coming your way pretty quickly. It's
Might as well take cover, guys.
Do you
might-
tell me?
Yep.
You might be able to
Then-
make it to the fortress in time, or you can try
Can
to
I-
weather it here.
Can I roll
Sure, roll
to
survival.
see if we can go
With advantage.
faster? Because I'm starting to I feel one with this
Okay.
machine.
Oh, you're just gonna gun it then. So actually, it's not survival then. It's gonna be your dex plus proficiency because you've driven it enough. You're
Oh.
proficient. Congratulations! You can put on your sheet. You're proficient in infernal
Proficient
machines.
Okay,
Infernal
so
machines.
I mean, is that
so
the
my
same roll?
dex.
You can take the same roll if you want. It's a good
you're-
roll.
It
It's
is.
just one more, right? It's one more.
So it's my dex, my proficiency.
Yeah. So your dex is one higher than your wisdom, right?
So yeah, be another one.
Oh.
So that's gonna
But-
bring you to an even 29. The rest
Unless
of you are like,
she doesn't have advantage for some reason.
no, she has advantage. It's this broiling storm is coming, and
works.
most of you are like, gotta buckle down, and she just floors this thing, and it goes tearing across the plain. At one point, getting air in a school bus, of like a wrecked up shorty school bus, off of this one bank. Going around would have taken too much time. You did the math in your head and you made it. You come tearing around, skidding around in the last second, kind of slamming it against the side of this wrecked flying fortress and these boulders are breaking out of the ground where it's just wedged in. There's this trail and you scoot it right in beside and it actually clangs against the side at a stop as the firestorm breaks over this and this howling flames just so everybody is going to have advantage on this because of Darmita's crazy drive.
Nice.
So you're going to need a dexterity saving throw with a relatively high DC, but you have advantage.
So my passive wisdom is much higher than it's giving me.
Oh,
No, wait.
Yeah. Because it's only saying it's... Because
I
if...
feel like you were a little wise.
Yeah, if Gord is correct, it's 10 plus whiz plus
Plus
perception proficiency.
If
you're
you're
proficient, of
proficient.
course. Yeah.
So are you?
I'm not.
That's what it
Exactly.
is.
So
I'm not
16
proficient.
because I have +2
Yeah.
whiz modifier.
Yeah,
Proficiency
that's why
gives
I'm
me
not.
4 plus 10 is 16.
Yeah.
22
So
sounded
Falurie,
high,
I don't
but-
think you're 22. You're something though.
Hey man, like
Mhm.
I can check, but I'm not the one. I didn't physically add 22 in there, so I'm just
yeah,
checking the
it's
feeds.
probably just goobering it.
You know what?
Well,
You
what's your
might
wisdom?
have...
My
it may
wisdom
be a
is 16.
feat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you might
checking
have
the
a feat.
feeds.
It's
So
got to
you-
be a feat that
Anywho.
adds to your passive, like alert.
Oh.
Go ahead
Might
be
and
alert.
roll your
Observant.
dexterity saving
Observant.
throw,
You're
folks.
observant, and that'll do it. Yeah.
There
Yeah,
you go.
observant will do it.
Yeah. Your
So
passive
what
is
are
higher
we
than
doing?
your active. It's a weird feat.
We're doing a dex save?
Yeah.
Yep.
And the boat can't be bigger than 10 feet, right? Or I guess it can. It's rolling
Oh,
in, so I guess it must
you
be.
can 10 feet in every direction though, so you kind of sit in the middle. You get everybody.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there.
Valerie,
Dex-
you have advantage.
Okay, I'll do it again.
You're
Um,
okay. You passed on that one, but you can if you want.
I was quite pleased with that one. Yeah.
All right. So
Thanks for the advantage. I needed that.
because because you have the shelter, it isn't as bad as it could have been. So those who failed the save of DC 20, no,
Mine was
sorry.
31.
Oh, 31. You're just like, gah.
I got
You just
22.
pull this
If I
tarp over
if I
the
get
front
the
of it.
4. I'm assuming
do.
I get the +4 from...
Yeah, you do. You do.
Sweet.
All right,
This
so
actually might be an interesting question. They said it was 20. Is Shield Master relevant? I don't think it should.
sure,
be,
you
but
can
I'm
get a
gonna
shield in the way of like a bunch of
Yeah, what's
ash.
it? If you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take half damage, you can use your reaction to take no damage if you succeed on a
Nice.
saving throw. No, that's
Um,
not the part. Where's the part that lets me add my... If you aren't getting incapacitated, you can add your shield's AC bonus to any dexterity saving throw you make against a spell or harmful effect that targets only you. So no.
Oh, sorry. That's
I would
I
allow
thought it
it.
was I thought it was for fireballs and stuff, but no, it's not.
I would allow it in this case because you're able to kind of get your shield up and shelter behind it.
Cool.
So that brings you up to what's the AC bonus on the shield?
It's an AC 3 shield.
Okay, so you barely pass. Like
Cool fancy magic
barely.
shield that's never been mentioned.
Yeah. Yep. Your wonderful shield of Pellar is just glowing white against this ash and fire, and just raining against you. But you managed to pass. So you each will take. Those of you who pass the save are going to take 11 fire damage, even if you passed. Oh, actually, except Henrietta,
I can
who
spend my
managed
reaction.
to
Yeah.
spend her reaction, so she takes none. But everybody else takes 11 fire damage just from the like breathing in this space.
Yeah, I have low dex, so I was like, I have high AC. I need to protect myself somehow against that kind of thing that ignores AC.
You
the,
got it.
The thing that always gets high armor characters dead. Saving throws. Yeah.
So the outside of this structure is twisted and torn. There's massive. You can see these Icarus stains on the side of this. There's pools around of demon ichor. You actually have to watch where you step. This thing has come under massive demonic attack, and you can see where this massive clawed hands have pulled part of it open, and there's been a small crack, and they've just pried a good medium to large size hole in the side of this thing, and you can see this gap extending into darkness ahead of you. There are these massive vultures that actually, because of the firestorm, end up they're not in sight for a while. They seem to have gone and taken shelter somewhere. What do you want to do?
Can we take a break before we get in? Because
We
I'm assuming we're going to
absolutely can.
start going to. I know
Yeah.
us, and if we go to the next thing, we're going to get knee deep in it and not want to take a break. So
You got it. All right, everybody. We're going to take a, what do we need? 10, 15? 10? All right. We're going to take a 10-minute break. Internet, stick around. We do still take suggestions, so let me know how to fuck with them. And don't forget, loading. All right. I will see you all in 10 minutes, and we will be back. Whoa. All right. Darkness falls across the land. Welcome back. I forgot to play the intro earlier, so better late than never. Hey, we're back. We're going to pick up right where we left off. Don't forget, if you're just joining us now, we do accept plot points, so just, if you have ideas, throw them at us. We'll try to improv them into the game. I'll also ask for names and such, so I appreciate that. And let's all pause and remember Avala, Olav, DJ Cube, Ishtar, Slickering the Third. You were the NPC that lasted slightly shorter than that intro video we just watched. Anyway, we're gonna dive back in. Okay, waking up on the banks of the Styx, everyone is somewhat rested. You find yourselves staring up at this thing. Oh, actually, no, sorry. You're at the base of this, looking into the wrecked flying fortress. There are massive holes in front of you. There's also pockmarks, and as though something acidic had just sprayed along the side of it. You're kind of looking at this. Obviously, Falurie, you can fly, so you could probably get your way up there if you wanted to pretty quickly. Although the firestorm might make that difficult. Yeah, exactly. Nah, this is not Kansas in your fire tornado.
Yeah.
Dorothy doesn't
Fire
got
Oz.
nothing on you. You just see Scarecrow running away, fully on fire. Tin Man's like, tin has a low melting point.
Yeah.
All right.
Bending slowly, yeah.
Exactly. A little Peter Gabriel going there. I think. I don't know. I might have got that wrong. No, I'm way wrong on that.
that's Toto.
Oh, right. Toto. I get it. Toto. Toto. All right. So you guys have a choice. Do you want to go inside and see if you can find your way? Or do you want to climb the outside? Looks like it's probably doable. Either way.
So what do we expect to find here? I mean, we're looking for the rods, but do we know anything
Rods.
about this place?
Can I do check to find out what I do know
Sure.
about? And I'm gonna use my ability at, like, what would that be? Would it be history? Or
Let's go with let's do history. It links to int. You also gained quite a bit of knowledge from the Sybrix when you interrogated it. Kind of like flashes. And if you go kind of back to that, we could cut back to little bits of that if you like. So you do
Okay,
have a bit more
so-
info than we went into.
So with that, I would have advantage.
Sure.
No.
Oh,
No.
new day. Can I roll my thing? I should probably do that.
Yeah,
unless I
go
don't
for it.
get it from my exhausted state.
No, you could
Since
still
it's
roll.
6, it's gonna fail anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant.
Recharge
Roll my
abilities.
dice. It's a 3.
It's a 3. Does not recharge, sorry.
Oh, yep. No, I just figured bookkeeping. That's expected.
Nat
Oh
20.
Jesus!
Getting those out of the way. All right.
Fuck me!
That's good.
You between what the Sybrix revealed and what you know of the fiends, you take it in, and it's almost one of those moments where it's like there was a firefight. Great movie, awful but great, great B movie. And you kind of piece together that this crippled. So what happened was Zariel had been flying in this that was once Bel's flying fortress. Taken over, usurped, as Bel had said. Stop the usurper. So you know that these, after Zariel was in charge, her first big test was to put down one of the largest demonic incursions. And during that battle, demons crippled this fortress, but not before Zariel and most of the rest of her host managed to escape and mount a counterattack. Since that time, and this was mostly from the Sybrix. Sarnia, the Uranus, betrayer of Bel, offered a gift to Zariel. 9 adamantine rods, the key to the undoing, to the imprisonment. You will find this hidden in a safe, high in the heart of the fortress control. But beware, the scavengers still seek the secrets hidden within. And Sarnia herself visits the site of glory when Zariel began to trust. I don't know how much of that you caught, but with a nat 20, you get it all. So if you want me to remind you of anything.
I think Reader's Digest version is deep in the heart of the tower.
Essentially the top
A
deck.
safe, yeah. A safe, beware. There's still scavengers searching, and once in a while, or periodically maybe, Sarnia returns.
That's right.
Is that like the nutshell version?
That's exactly it. Yep.
I look at Falurie and I'm like, she comes here.
Do
She
we know
comes
if she
back
is
here. We don't, but I think we should proceed
You do recall
carefully.
in that game that you weren't here, Carl, the Sybrix did mention Sarnia is there now.
Oh, let's get this bitch.
All right. Do you want to go in the inside one of these holes and climb up on, like, see if you can find your way through the inner decks, or do you want to
Is
climb
there
up the outside, or fly, or something?
Seems like the kind of thing that stealth would be beneficial.
Yes.
Someone else's home field advantage. all
Hmm.
that.
Fenris.
Said the one wearing plate mail.
Yeah, and I'm honestly I'm feeling like just absolute garbage. So I don't know if I might be best sitting this one out. I'll probably just draw attention to you.
A stealthy approach is recommended.
You can come in after, and we'll call you.
It's
Um,
pretty high.
It is
There are
worth,
multiple
thinking that,
decks.
perhaps you
It's
do
a-
want to go up. Maybe they wouldn't be expecting that.
Fenris,
Yes.
if she's here, and I kind of give an eye to Falurie. She's our only lead to him.
I will make her talk. We'll
I
get
want him back. And I pull out his sword.
Oh, his
Casually.
maul. Like Ben Coombs. Oh, the sword? No,
Or his maul.
his maul.
Yeah, maul.
Yep, you've been carrying
maul.
it strapped across your back between your wings. You loose it, get it ready, and heft it. Doesn't feel as heavy as it once did in your hands. You may be growing accustomed to it, carrying this weight. All right. How are you going to get up?
Okay. Let's go inside. Henrietta, don't you have some type of sense for fiends nearby? And we should cast Pass Without Trace.
Why don't you and Hen go in with your pass without trace, and Falurie and I can fly up?
Don't have Pass Without Trace.
Oh, I'm the one with it. Fuck.
Same here.
The two who can fly have
Pass
the pass. God. Damn it.
Yes. Split the party. Go for it.
Yes, yes.
Fine.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna cast pass without a trace.
Can I try something silly here, Todd?
No, you can't.
No, no,
No silliness.
You've
Always.
been
I
silly.
see sort of the angle that this plan is going, and I think to myself, didn't I pick up some kind of magic item that I haven't used? And I'm gonna pull, probably kept in a coin purse because it's small. I'm gonna look for it. Maybe it's not there. Maybe I've misplaced it. This is your out, Todd. If you don't want to let me use this.
I think I know where you're going with this.
This is your out.
I look for a little red spherical stone.
That's not what I was thinking, but yeah, it's there. I
It's
want to
there?
find out where this is going.
All right, I'm gonna take that out, and I'm gonna heft it in my hand a little bit, and then I'm gonna throw it up so that it goes above my head, and then on the way down gets caught and starts to rotate around my head. My agility is now 20 for dexterity.
I forgot about the Ioun's. Damn. That's one
So
Dexy
I'm gonna
Paladin.
try and mitigate my terrible.
You
Yeah.
take a deep breath, and it's hovering in front of you. Not strictly linked to your deity, but a close ally of Pelor.
I should
Ioun,
say there
the keeper
is
of
a
knowledge and
weird
secrets.
note. I don't know what this means. My note says Ion Stone, red, brackets, NE. Which normally would mean neutral evil, but I don't know why that would be relevant. If you remember what that means, please,
I
hit me with
don't
something.
recall.
I have no idea what that means.
All right. You
But
take
I'm
a deep
pretty
breath
sure
and
it was the agility one or the dexterity one, and I did
Mhm.
check that dexterity is connected with the red, so it's probably right. Yeah. I didn't
so
write down
you're
dexterity.
waiting as they're debating, and you pull this out and do that, and after a few seconds, it's probably the first moment of peace you've had in several days. Just the presence of something so holy nearby, hovering around you.
Good point. I hadn't really thought about it that way.
An ally to your own god. Allies are few and far between in the Hells.
Alright, that should help.
All right.
Alright, let's do this.
All right. So you go inside. The lower decks are riddled with holes, so you can gain easy access to the fortress interior. You begin looking about, at first going extremely slowly, then gaining a bit of confidence. It is twisted bulkheads, broken metal, stone, that strange infernal iron, which is so hard, and yet when it finally breaks, it shatters and becomes very brittle, cracking like so much, uh, almost like pastry. It kind of flakes in
Flakes
places.
off. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a flaky fortress there.
Yeah, it is.
Well done.
It's still incredibly twisted with these cavernous kind of hallways, and some of them incredibly large, others incredibly cramped in with these strange metal pipes, like almost like a steam vent. You kind of twist and turn in the entryway here, and as you go, can I get first of all stealth checks for everybody? And can I also get two of you can choose to do perception, or one with advantage.
I can do perception. So that'd be 41 for.
Holy you just done broke into Dungeons and Dragons.
Nah, that's
Seriously,
impressive.
I have to kick you off right now because you just stealthed until you're gone. Like,
I got a 25.
Wow.
After Path of Eight Trace, I'm at 20.
I got 21.
At disadvantage, I rolled a natural 3. So, yeah.
I am the wall.
wow.
And I'll do a perception check then.
So inside is considered quite dark. Darmita, practically invisible already, literally. And Falurie actually is invisible inside. Just scouting ahead, keeping an eye. How's the perceptions?
Oh,
20.
perception.
I got
Who did
13.
those?
I did. I got 13.
13, and the one other person can roll.
20.
20.
Gordon did
Nice.
a 20.
All right.
Yeah.
Falurie, you're kind of keep jumping all over the place with your teleport abilities. You don't actually pick up on any immediate threats. You see plenty of obvious signs that this has been picked over, nested in at various points. This thing's been here for years at this point. You literally find an old mattress covered in feces at one point. You're just like, it looks like something that somebody took from like an inn and just crapped all over it. Everything is peeling and water damaged, and even though there's not much water in hell, it's just just awful in here. But
Steam damage.
you don't manage to, you don't pick up any immediate threats. Gordon with 20, as you've made your way up about 3 or 4 levels already, and at that point you just hear this strange noise from ahead and down ahead and above and to the right. You just hear, and you can kind of see this kind of oval shape of a it's like a pipe came into the room and then turned away and out of the room again, ascending. And this one is larger than the others. Most of them around here, these massive pipes, some of them broken, some of them not, of about as thick as your hand. Some of the bigger ones about as thick as your leg. This one is good 5 or 8 feet across, and you hear this sound from within that's just like, and it sounds like something just slithered off, clamoring that away.
Can I just silently motion at the others, and kind of point towards the direction of the sound?
Yep, they all
and I don't make a noise.
took note of it at that point.
Can I cast a verbal spell without like ruining everything?
Sure, if
You
you're
can-
a sorcerer.
Do it quite. You can do it quietly, but I'm gonna count that as why you only got a 3. I mean, on the roll.
Yeah.
The net result was still over 20, but still.
Because I think I should probably cast Locate Object on some adamantine rods. That's a thing I can actually do.
And you are within 1,000 feet of the top. So yeah, go for it.
Great.
Job, yeah.
Does it do a thing? I don't think I can push it into chat or anything, but you know the spell.
I do.
It's concentration, 10 minutes. The spell can locate a specific object. Well, this isn't. It's a type of object.
Hmm.
And it's within
Thank you,
1,000
Bela.
feet.
Yeah, you can absolutely just look for adamantine rods, even though maybe you've never seen one before, but you're like, I need something called adamantine.
Yeah, I mean, if I can find something else made of adamantine, I call that a win. Adamantine's great.
You find an adamantine set of keys.
Hey, nice. Those go to an adamantine chest. I've played video games.
All right. So
what level is the spell? Level 2. Thank you.
absolutely. So you quietly hum a song under your breath as quietly as possible, and everyone kind of looks over at you, and you get this pulse just, and it's almost like the reverberation is singing back at you that only you can hear, this quiet hum on that particular frequency, and it's almost directly above, probably about 60 feet, which is probably about 3 more levels. You're about halfway up at this point.
Cool. So I'm just like up 3 without saying anything. It's hand signs.
You've been following these deck plans, and I mean they're very irregular. It doesn't follow, much logic, but you've been finding a staircase and then making your way up, or an ascending ladder. Falurie just bamfing to the top as our scout, and but at this point you look up and there is no stairs. It's totally demolished and just fallen away, and you can see something has torn this out of the entire thing. You're looking out over the plains and a bit of the sticks below. So there is a hole where the staircase would go into, but the actual easy access is totally gone. You can go up that hole. You can investigate that big pipe. You could come up with another way. What are you going to do to get up there?
I'm activating my boots, and
I'll
I'll remain within distance with them, so they still have the benefit of the pass without trace.
Sure. So you kind of hover along. So Falurie and Darmita have their way up, no problem. How are the others getting up?
Yeah, if I can just scale it, I'll try that.
Sure, go ahead and roll an athletics check.
Fine. Yeah. Good at this. That should be fine. Right.
Wow.
13 after disadvantage.
Oh right, you're at disadvantage because you're
I'm
no,
exhausted. I'm exhausted.
Is that just a single exhaust? Yeah, it is. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
So 14. So Darmita slings the shield on her back and starts clambering up the holes, little handholds in the wall, and you kind of have to do this maneuver like dangle and get an arm out and then just do one hell of a chin up. And as you get your arms right up on the lip and you're doing the pull up, and then the lip just breaks off and you just tumble ass over tea kettle back down to the deck.
That's probably pretty loud.
Yeah, probably. Plate mail wearing paladin hitting the ground. You can roll acrobatics if you like.
Oh yeah, I'd love
To
roll
lessen the
acrobatics.
damage.
It's like the thing I'm best at.
8.
Where's my acrobatics? Under A. There it is. It's a 20.
Nice. All right, so it is half damage. So you
My
it was
stone
9.
goes ding, 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 ding.
It's well, I'll tell you what. I'll let you do this. If you choose to take full damage, you can fall relatively quietly.
Oh yeah, totally. I don't care about damage.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
So
Hit me for like
you're gonna
10?
take 9 damage.
See what
from
I'm
the
talking
fall.
about.
You basically are like, I could land on my shoulder and make a hell of a lot of noise, or I could land on my face.
Ayun is guiding me.
Right.
And then there's this somewhat muffled clanging sound as the rest of the body hits, and you're all like,
Oh, I totally see Wile E. Coyote right now.
Boy.
Yeah.
all right, Fenris, how
And
are you
the
getting up?
anvil's coming behind him.
Oh, and the
So-
metal thing, clang.
Yeah.
The first one
Yep.
was the 5
Rock
damage from
hollow
the
thing.
fall, and then 4 from the thing falling on her from above. I love it.
Yeah.
It's
Nice,
canon.
Very good. Excellent.
All right.
Yeah. So is there like a ledge up there? And how far up there is it?
It's kind
Yeah.
of just a hole in the ceiling where the stairs would go into, and now the ledge is a little bit less stable because Henrietta just pulled a piece off of it. But yeah, you can see up in the gaping hole up there. There's not a lot of light in here, but with your eyes, nothing's gonna jump out and see anything. Freaking
Just wondering
Can
shadow
I-
sorcerer.
Can I help Fenris?
Sure.
Like
Go
to
ahead and do a
balance
strength
him
check.
while he's trying to.
Why would I do that though?
Because you want to save your spell slots.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can
you
Misty
do.
Step though. I can Misty Step or
That's not
Dimension
the
Door.
Big cost, that's true.
Yeah, but don't you want to save those?
Misty Step's level 2.
Oh, just level 2.
So Darmita goes in to scoop you under the armpits to kind of give you the boost. And you're just like, next thing you know, you're just
I'll just
holding
Misty Step.
misty shadow, and it all just evaporates. And Fenris is bloop, he's up there with Misty Step, no problem. Falurie can fly. Henrietta's the only one staring up at everybody.
Yeah.
Actually,
I go
standing next to
pull-
Darmita
Ooh,
still.
I'm gonna use another item. Wow, I'm just items today. I have a fancy rope. A fancy rope that
You
Do you
woke
know
up
this
with.
rope? Yeah, I woke up with this rope.
This was actually Sarnia's rope. So you hold this rope, and you get the sense that it is magical. You could use it just as rope if you prefer.
Yeah,
But
I'm
you can
wondering if
also
it can, like,
command it.
grab onto something for me and then like pull me up if that's like a thing in its purview because it just feels appropriate.
All right, can I get you to do a percentile check for me, please?
Oh, these are my favorite. My favorite checks. Why is this? There it goes. I got a 95.
Woo! All right. So you take this lasso that's kind of
Somehow
faintly
95 is more
glowing.
impressive than a 19, even though they're the same. Isn't that
Yeah.
weird?
You take this faintly glowing rope, and on the end is this weight with this. It's almost like a plumb bob, but it's a barbed spear spike slash could work maybe as a grappling hook. And you're
Nice.
like, all right. You start spinning it, you throw it, and
All right, one more time.
go ahead and do a dex based attack, basically.
Oh, okay. So that's just.
And it is plus.
I'm just gonna roll my dex and then we can have my proficiency. I guess that would work.
Yep.
That is
And your dex is higher
only
now.
14 because I rolled real bad.
All right. So the rope goes.
Oh, no, actually it's not even a 14 because it was adding my half my proficiency bonus, so it's a 12.
All right. So the rope does get up there, and you kind of give it a little tug. It seems okay, and
Yeah, I was
and you're
hoping the
holding
rope
this
would do it
rope,
for me.
and you get this little sensation of like. It's basically a command menu in a video game that's like, would you like the rope to assist you?
Yeah, I would. Thank you.
All right, so you have to activate the rope,
Great.
and you do, and it's for a
Like,
second.
wrap my wrist around it. Or
Yeah,
around
you
my
wrap
wrist.
your wrist around it, and you command it with the power of your will to do its thing,
Mhm.
and it begins to slither and slide like a snake, and it begins to just pull and wrap. And even though the thing didn't grab onto the thing, it starts to ravel around whatever it can find up there, entangling It is a rope of entanglement, but it's a weird hellish one. Fenris, you're the nearest thing to it. So it begins to unravel around your ankle and and start to tug. And
How am I the
it is
nearest
now
thing?
grappling you. And it also Henrietta. With the 95, you're okay. But it for a few seconds, you're just like, ah. And then you see it wrapping around your legs and waist, and you're like, hey, stop it. And so you manage to catch it with the 95 before it actually
I want
starts to
make a
entangle
harness
you.
and pull me up, and then it'll let me go. It'll be fine.
Sure, okay. Then you begin to do that. Fenris, do a strength check.
But yeah, it should definitely not be wrapping around Fenris. That sucks.
So does
You can't even see up there because you're 12. It just went in the
I
hole,
can't,
and
you're
he's up
right.
there.
So does this still count that I said I was trying to help Fenris with his move?
Well, you see Henrietta. You can help Henrietta. Or you can help Fenris. It's okay. You'd have to go up there. But, okay, so you see Fenris being pulled a little bit back and be like, whoop, whoop. So you go and grab the rope at the midpoint and start pulling. And that'll basically help him too. All right. After much, so Henrietta, can we get another athletics check? This time with advantage, which is net, just
Yeah,
neutral, just single roll.
that's fine. We can do that. 14.
It is assisted though, so the DC is a little lower. So you do make it up to this floor. All right.
Yeah, that was
At this
amazing.
point,
Let's do that 2 more times.
no, the other two are actually after a quick search around. The only thing you do spot, and Falurie, I think, no, who had the 20 on perception? That was Fenris, right?
Yeah.
So Fenris, as you're going ahead, you see this strange, massive, it's not size massive, but it is large, stuck on the ceiling, all these collection of bones, and for a second you're like, is that a bone devil? And then you're like, wait, and then it starts to shift, the whole thing, it's almost like a pile of bones inverted on the ceiling, and then it begins to shift, and you see these two long like snail-like eyes extending down from the ceiling as it looks at you, and the other two kind of come out at its mouth level. You're looking at this massive, looks like a slug or like a snail, but in place of a shell, it's all these bone and bits of armor and refuse that's been thrown down, stuck on the back of it, and it's just along the ceiling. It looks at you, and you get the impression that it's trying to size you up.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to intimidate it.
All right, roll charisma.
Not speaking, just just kind of stare at it menacingly. 17.
Oof. All right. It does not do very well, as it rolls an 12 minus 4 is 8. So you just look at this thing, and your eyes are at eye level with it, and you just lock eyes for a second, and just and it's and it starts moving away from you, and gets to the far corner and goes towards that large pipe. There's a big hole in the side of it at this point, and it goes up in this massive pipe and ascending out of sight. This slime trail just dripping off the ceiling. The whole deck at this point is at like a probably about a 20-degree angle. All right, you guys are on the second from the last floor. You can go up the main stair, or you can go outside, or you can go in the pipe, follow the weird bone whelk.
I vote for the main stair.
I'll stay with the two of them at the main stair.
All right.
Try to keep them somewhat cloaked.
Yeah,
So-
stealthily go up.
At this point, nothing has managed to break your stealth, so we'll take this previous stealth rolls, which were pretty decent. So you guys head up to the top floor. I'm gonna drag us to a new map. We have time right now. We got a couple minutes. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
I like
Yeah.
to picture that, like, after this, we get pulled up with this rope, it, like, untangles and, like, coils up around my arm.
Oh,
It's,
100%.
like, wrapped around my arm now, and I'm like, all right, cool, great.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right, I just gotta find the map. Sorry, uno momento. Where the heck did it go? There it is. Do join me on the Roll20 map of darkness. You don't see anything, do you?
Classy.
The reveal. Okay. So, 1 second. Okay, so you ascend, essentially, in this chamber over here. I don't know if you can see now. Can
Yeah.
you see?
I can see it.
Okay. Far left, upper left.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The walls are already irregular, but they seem to have been even more particularly banged up as you go up here. It's quite dim at this point. Those who are human would have a hard time or without night vision or
We can
dark
see
vision.
the map, but we can't see. It's like it's got fog of war over top.
Oh, weird. Okay. Look away. Don't look at my shame. All right, let me
Right,
see
yeah,
it.
this is like actually, it's got like a whole shader effect now. That's interesting. It's not usually like that.
Yeah.
I like that. It's nice.
Oh, I think I
see
know
it.
why. I think
Oh, can you actually
Advanced.
see the thing?
fog
see
of
it.
war.
I see
up.
part of
We don't
it.
have light. Yeah, we can. Yeah, but I mean, did you drop your token on there? Do you
I
see it?
haven't yet.
So like my
Todd, did
token's
you?
on there, but I can't see because it's
Fuck, I
underneath
had
the
it.
That a little better now?
not for me at least.
I don't know. Roll20 did a thing. All right,
Yeah,
so
it's a lighting thing. It's the lighting thing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, try some light then. If you feel
That's a
like
fair
it.
point. If you think it is too dark to see, which
Well,
is fair,
Henrietta can't.
yeah, I could pull out some light.
If you
I've
or you
got
can
90
stay in the
feet.
dark. Most of your people are not.
I see perfect in the dark.
But can you see on the map?
Nope.
No.
Right. So the 90 feet dark vision can be assigned to your character, and it will automatically like remove the dark
Yeah.
for you only, and not for the rest of us. But that would be cool. Not the rest of us, just me and Falurie. Actually, do you have dark vision because of your shadow monk stuff?
Nope. I
Okay.
can cast. I can cast dark vision,
I remember when I could cast dark vision. That was fun.
but I don't. But I don't have it automatically. No.
Yeah. That's cool.
I'm trying some of
Anyway.
the effects here. I've never really mucked
Either
around
turn
with.
it off or play around with the actual stuff, but don't. Like we're
All right.
streaming. So
There we go.
whatever.
All right. So hopefully you guys can see well enough to at least make some sense of the map.
I mean, I can see the map. Like that's
Okay.
fine. I just can't see what's on it, which is probably perfectly great. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Bumble around in the dark.
Unless, hold on. Sorry, folks. Just want to check something. Make sure that it's not a layer issue.
I think it is. Because I
Oh.
can't even see my token.
Oh, that's weird.
I think it's a fog of war is over top. Is the thing, right? Or not fog of war, but like a darkness effect, right?
Hmm.
But I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
Roll20
it's
changed
possible
something
that
on
it's
me.
a layer.
I don't
Yeah.
like change. I don't know. Yep. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know what's going on.
It's fine.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well,
Mine's
worst
right.
case scenario, I can tell you. Well, theater of the mind. All right, so you pop up in a narrow kind of hallway at the end, and there are these little rooms branching off, various strange implements. Some of them are bunks. Another one appears to have been a whole bunch of supplies, and it's a really motley kind of mixed up area. Not a lot of rhyme or reason to it. The hallway extends out, and at the end of which you can actually see the dim orangish red light pouring, like peeping in through a large hole in the side. Um, you you can begin to make your way down the hallway. Um, Not kind of glancing into each of the rooms as you go past, and you can see fairly fairly well worn. Definitely, some of them are used as little rooms, like little sleeping chambers or restrooms. One of them, again, just piled with refuse. You get towards the opening, and it opens up, and you can see the plains below you, and it just falls away, and the wind is whistling by. It's a good 120 feet, maybe 150 feet below, to jagged rocks and broken dust. The It wraps around a corner as you get towards the end of that hall, and as you kind of, I'm guessing you guys are moving around, scouting out.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
You kind of leapfrog, kind of Navy SEAL style, down the hall and looking around, and you get to a wider chamber opposite the hole, and it extends upwards into a small room. Let me go ahead and read this for you. All right.
What's that say?
That's where they are. Okay. So the wider chamber that you first come across is you hear it before you see it. You hear it before you see it. This
Oh, you're making a sound. I see.
yeah,
I
it's
was
this
confused.
strange buzzing sound. This really high pitched, terrible whine. This
I'll be
chamber
back just a
contains
second, guys.
no worries, man. This chamber
Does it
contains a stripped down metal console and several rusty pipes that extend from floor to ceiling. One of the pipes has a 2 foot long gash in it. You hear these sounds coming from within. That pipe, by the way, is right about here.
Oh, nice. The room's available now. Look at that room.
So just recalling back like several times, does this type of buzzing sound familiar to Darmita?
It
The
doesn't
Cosme.
sound like a Kazame, if that's what you're wondering, but it does
I was
sound.
thinking either the Casme or
The Hell Wasps?
well, we did come across them as well.
You've probably fought these before. Even on the Mortal Realm, they do exist.
Even if you haven't in the game, you're an expert on themes.
Yeah.
So, you know.
You can hear the distinctive sound of sturges. Actually, it reminds you of Haramon's Hill. They are just
Yeah.
there sounds
We
like there's
did.
a sturge's nest somewhere embedded in that pipe.
Did you see how
Um,
cute the Sturges looked like in that art? It's so cool looking. Seeing Sturges, not just that like stock Monster Manual version, but like when all cuddled up. It's adorable. I love Sturges.
Right.
You can draw that later, by all means.
No, it's in the book.
I
Back to
don't,
Haramon's Hill. It's right there. It's great.
I don't know if I have
Yeah.
that one to share.
Todd, I'm still not seeing.
No, we can't see anything. It's
That sucks.
I just
Hold
put
on.
another character
Yeah.
icon
Do you
token
two of you?
on,
Nice.
and I can
You got
see the
Darmita
box,
one,
but
and-
I can't.
Oh, hello.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Dynamic lighting
Put
works,
yourself into the layout.
apparently.
That's
Okay,
amazing.
so now I have two of me.
Yeah.
Let's delete
Nice
the back
by the
one.
way.
Yeah.
Oh,
delete
that was the
back
one we didn't want to delete. Delete
Oh,
the
okay.
second
so
one.
You assigned like one as a light source. Is that what you did?
I think it. I guess
Did,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops.
So as
Yeah.
the torch moves, we'll be able to see. That's how that's designed.
Yeah. Okay, that one works.
Ooh, dynamic lighting.
All right.
All right. So the Sturge's nest is at the end. Oh, why can't I click on you?
Like the pipe you said is where?
Yeah, right
Right
up at
there.
the top of the room on this opposite side.
Yeah,
If
like right there.
you are quiet enough, you might be able to sneak past.
Darmita's gonna be like, we have Henrietta. This isn't gonna happen.
Henrietta has been this. First of all, you notice the weird redstone, and she's been surprisingly stealthy.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
be still.
I mean, besides the falling on her face.
I mitigated all the sound from that, so you said.
You
Almost,
did.
yeah.
You did.
A lot of it.
So
Your face, you
all
got a
right.
broken nose, but you know.
I know. I remembered after the fact that I should roll for concentration, so I did. That's what that is in the chat.
Ah, thank you.
So
right,
I
so
guess
as you-
we'll move on.
Sure, you kind of sneak carefully around the corner, and it opens up into an even larger chamber. You can tell by the sound, the way the wind whistles, coming from that other room. You see bits of crates and debris scattered around. You haven't quite gone around the whole corner yet, but you can tell it's a larger room. You see a small door opposite, not in the main section, but directly across as you glance around the corner, and then a wider open section. You get the impression from the dim light coming from that area. Further to on this map, it'd be towards the south. If you want to keep on sneaking, you can go for the door, or you can go for the bigger room itself.
I'm gonna go ahead just
Fenris,
a wee bit.
as she begins to step around, you hear the scratching sounds and some guttural chit chat, and Henrietta just stops.
I would like.
Oh, go ahead.
Can I do a motion for
Mhm.
like to catch Darmita? Like.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you put a hand on her shoulder and stop her, and she cautiously just does the whole like half an eye peek out thing, and you can see several. It's a very large open main deck of this main control deck. As I bash the microphone, I'm sorry. This is the bridge of this. Sparks actually still rain down from gashes in the ceiling of what used to be the bridge. Much of it is open to the sky, especially on the far wall. What would have been the far wall. The room has been picked clean, though rows of stripped down consoles and a few dangling chains remain. You see consoles, you can see debris, but you also pick up, and Fenris, with your perception, you see a spine devil and another larger shape near it, just opposite, on the far side. And this spine devil has been walking its large, almost cloak-like wings and the spine-covered tail with those barbed spines that it can fling at will, and a large hooked fork in its arm, carried like a spear. It looks out there. Yeah, see you later, Seraph. And as you're about to go in, it turns around and says in Infernal,
Yes. Nothing yet.
and then you hear another very much lower, slightly more intimidating voice turn back. It's and say, I don't want to do the exact same as the last time, so I'm going to pick a different one.
Yes. Well, make sure the mistress is not disturbed.
And you can hear, and Darmita, you can just make out a very large, mostly reddish color, huge horns, not a pit fiend, slightly smaller, a horned devil, standing and speaking with this spine devil.
Do I see it?
You can't from where you are, but Darmita can.
Okay.
Just peeking around. Henrietta, you could make out shapes in the darkness from where you are, kind of silhouetted against the sky. but that's all you can really make out. You get... Oh, why is that not revealing? Weird.
I will.
It's based on the arrow.
Oh, I see. Where you are.
It's one or the other. You can't do both.
Okay, cool.
You could drop a torch if you're like, there's a torch in this room. You could do that, but that's it's a different thing.
You get the... yeah. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna kind of look back at Fenris and do the motion, like letting him know what's there. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That was my... It's horny.
Cool. Gotcha. Are the whole like adamantine locate object thing? That's still
Sure.
upstairs, right? Or,
Actually,
I
it
remember
is
if we
now
went
on
up
this
the
floor.
hole or- okay, I wasn't sure if
It's
we
now
were
level.
or not. Awesome.
And you're getting a direction, and I'm gonna ping the map,
Yeah.
so make sure you're
You can
zoomed
How
out.
about you point from me? Because I don't technically hit distance.
Okay,
So just grab like the arrow and then like starting at my square point, give me a
this
reveal.
direction, but
Sure, that works.
a good 100 feet.
Okay.
Cool.
Is that a door? Like it looks
That
like
is a
one from
door.
the map, but okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'm gonna point at the door.
The spine devil now turns to the horn devil and says, "Hey, what brings you to this?" Sorry, I feel like that's a joke and there's a punchline there. But no, it turns to the others, to the horn devil and says, "The Vrocks have not returned. The firestorm drove them off. Pesky scavengers." All right, what do you want to do?
Can you tell me anything about this door from a distance, or should I walk over there?
It's got a lever on it. and you
Darmita
just-
would grab
Looks
him,
like you would just
or grab her.
pull it down and push to open up the door.
That sounds like a loud door. Doesn't have a window in it.
No window.
Okay.
If it's in relatively good repair, it's just a oversized doorknob, basically. It's up to you.
Let's see if
What
I
do you
have
wanna do?
anything for this. I don't think so. Bottle of oil I always carry with me in case I'm in an adventure game. Please, someone else talk.
You can see on the opposite side from where you are, it appears there's a hallway, almost level with yours, continuing further in, mostly in the direction where Henrietta is kind of getting that feel. Not that you would know that. But away and further into the fortress. And then there's that door, which is probably only about 20 feet away from you at the moment, which appears to go into a closed-off section.
Okay.
Okay. You know what? I just realized something.
We're fucked.
The door's closed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does my ring of X-ray vision look through it?
You could certainly try.
I mean, I think the only thing is I'd have to speak a word or something to activate it, and I don't want to do that.
Get an inscription, and you can just rub along it. Close your eyes and concentrate.
Okay.
And when else are you going to use it? Seriously.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so you peek around. Do a perception check for me.
I will. Was it 5 or 6? 11.
11 isn't great. So you're
I'm
looking
gonna use a
towards
luck
this
point.
door,
I'm
and
gonna use the luck point. Why not?
if you want, sure.
Actually, no, it's fine.
Okay.
I'll leave it at
So
11.
this door, you can actually see like it pulses out as it presses, as your vision presses against the door, and you can get a little bit of the way through it, but it appears to be the stone. You can actually see a little better through the stone than the door. On the far side of the door, within about a foot, you don't see anything. But you do, however, glance to your left, and directly through this wall, you see a flicker of motion. And it's moving in your direction, kind of along from your right towards where you're looking.
Okay, well, I kind of motion people to back up a bit. Then, like, you know what I mean? Like,
all right. So as you all take a step back, you hear the slight scrape of a tail being dragged, and then you see a second spine devil kind of turning the corner, and you are not surprised by this. What do you want to do?
I drop the spell I'm currently concentrating on, and I Hunter's Mark it.
Done.
Can I try and like grab it and cover its mouth? Can I do the like we're in a movie and someone came around and I go? Whoop,
Sure. I think we're
pull it
probably
into
gonna.
a dark corner.
It's a surprise round, so we'll just go by whatever you think of. Sure, go ahead and roll athletics.
Awesome. I'm gonna roll with a disadvantage. That's a 22.
Oh, damn. The spine's digging in and scratching against your plate ever so slightly, but not puncturing. And you just...
I'm trying to pull it slowly.
Fenris, do you want to do anything?
That'd be
It's
amazing.
technically a surprise round.
technically a surprise round.
Can I move it a little bit? Like I wanted to grab it and pull it back so that it's behind this wall so no one will see our killing of it. Todd, I don't
Sure.
have movement on this
Oh,
thing,
right.
so-
So you grab it and pull it into your space, and you can go back a total of 10 feet, so 5 more.
What?
There you go. So you drag it into the midst, and it starts... It does make some scratching noises as it goes, but
Mhm.
it doesn't get a chance to call out.
Great.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Falurie, what do you want to do?
I'm still playing catch up, to be honest with you, and I don't know if I can stay on much longer because she's moving. She's waking up.
Fair.
Fair enough.
So I'm sorry, guys, but I'm gonna have to bow out for this one.
No problem. I
Alright.
think...
That's okay, dude.
Do me a favor, though. Do a 2
Sure.
attacks, as you all just...
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
just hit it. Stun it.
2 or 3, whatever you
Just-
got.
Stun it.
Stun it.
Gotta
All
get
right,
your
all right,
punches in.
All right, all right.
Yelfin is saying snap the neck and cash the check.
Is that the episode name?
That might be.
I think that is.
That might be the episode name right
Snap
there.
the neck and cash the check.
So 23 to hit.
Hit. It's at advantage, so yeah.
Well, I'll try for.
Shouldn't be. Could be.
It's grappled.
Yeah, it doesn't give advantage. I could knock it to the prone though.
Oh,
But
that's
it's
true.
surrounded, so it's still he
Yeah,
would get
flanking.
advantage.
Oh, flanking is a
23,
roll.
so 5.
Like,
But I
There.
will use.
Now it's flanking.
Yeah.
I will use my. What's the fuck?
Stunning strike.
That's what I was
Oof,
gonna say, man.
that's an awful save.
that's the one.
Constitution 15 save for stunning strike.
Where the heck is the... Oh, it's right at the end. Everything else seems to count up in power, and then Spine Devils at the very end. It's like... Wah, wah. All right, yeah, that... Yeah, it's stunned. It's this strange, almost dragon-like creature with these spines just lining its back and leathery wings. And just its eyes roll back in its head. Fenris?
Spend the points, Yelfin. Spend the points.
Don't spend the point, Yelfin. Don't do it.
Plot
I
point
think-
plus
I think
5
that,
to
like,
save?
1,000
I
plus
got
No,
things
no.
flying around.
We honor that. All right. It's just like...
Nah, he didn't spend those points.
All right.
Alright, guys. Peace out. I gotta go.
See you later, Carl. You got at least one punch in.
Yep.
One punch.
You gotta spend the plot point.
You probably have a few to spend if you want there, Yuffin.
Yeah. I believe that would be what would that? Would it be the plot point redemption for 1,800 or 700?
I trust that he would cash that in and be on do that up. So that's a 17. So it is not stunned, and the thing's just like his eyes roll back for a second, and then they pop back up, and the whole thing just flaps and tries to fly away. It can't move, but it's pulling itself up, and Henrietta's just trying to hold on.
Okay.
Fenris, what do you want to do? That's a huge plot point redemption. Random act of violence. Absolutely. Fenris?
Does it get a retaliation off from that random act of violence? Then?
I think it might. I think it does.
Yeah,
That's fair.
It flails.
Yep.
Flails in its confusion.
It
Yeah.
definitely.
Like the surprise round.
Okay.
It's gonna bite Henrietta's hand.
Great. Yeah, bite my gauntlets. What do I care?
Which is 18 to hit.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Do I get my shield?
I mean, I guess so, strictly speaking.
Then it does not hit.
Okay. And it does get 2 attacks, so it's gonna try again. This time, it doesn't do much better. 15. So yeah, it's just chewing on your gauntlet right now, but it's trying to get through, and it's trying to lift off. You have to use almost all your weight to keep it on the ground.
Okay.
Fenris, what do you want to do? Last of your surprise
Okay.
round.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast a spell at it. Going to cast. You know what? I haven't. I have had this spell, but I haven't actually used it since I leveled. I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver on it.
All right. Nice.
And I'm gonna spend a sorcery point to do it silently.
Like a splinter in the mind.
Yes.
All right. You silently just. You
So
can
just
spend
reading it.
points for cut too.
So it is
Danger.
an intelligence saving throw, or a take.
All right,
Yeah.
Darcy, spend the plot points, man. It'll cut back, but I've got something for you.
Intelligence saving throw.
You get points too, there, Darcy. Bring it on.
I'll do it later.
I got almost 15,000.
What were you saying, Gordon? We spoke over you.
All I
Mind Sliver.
picture is just con. Anyway,
Intelligence saving throw.
sorry, how much?
Intelligence saving throw.
All right, it rolled a 3. Fails.
It failed. Takes 3d6 damage. Plus
Nice.
its next saving throw, you take out a d4 from it.
That is pretty good, actually. All right, you roll up your damage there, sir. I had to go away from the map while I
Takes
fix the.
13 damage.
Nice. All right, 13. I should write these
How
down.
much damage has it taken?
It hasn't taken any. Oh no! How much did Carl
I
deal?
did.
7.
7
14. Oh
14
or 5.
plus 13, 27.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
no, 9 and 5.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
it's
yeah.
Where was the
taken-
9?
So
Yeah.
you reach into its mind. It just.
Oh no, that 9 was a to hit roll.
Oh, was it?
One
Yeah.
was a hit, one was a miss, so 5 damage.
Remember, he
Oh,
had
5.
advantage.
Okay, 18. So this thing, it drops its fork and clutches at its head, and just blood, this strange, viscous, kind of reddish green blood is just pouring down out of its nose and eyes and ears. This thing is looking rough, but it is still hanging on.
Okay.
So,
Actually, Henrietta, it prevents it from calling out too loudly. It's a
I'm gonna try and
muffled
basically
cry.
just labor hold it down and like knock it out if I can.
All right. Go ahead and do athletics.
narratively this is a thing that is relevant. Only a 14.
Oh, you're lucky. It's a tie, and it'll go to the higher strength, which is you. So I rolled a 14. It's a +0. So, you managed to just bear down, just your weight, just holding it down. You're holding its mouth, and the whole thing is just screaming. You basically are jamming your fist into its mouth to stop it from crying out, but its legs and wings are flapping a little bit, so there is a scuffle sound, and there was a muffled cry out. All right.
You dropped the pass without trace, didn't you? Okay.
Yep. So at that point, it goes quiet.
Is it? Can I tell if my
not
hunter's
it's not
mark
dead.
is still
Feel free
going?
to shoot it. Go for
It
it,
is
shoot
still
it.
going. It's still
Thank you, Pete.
alive, but it is so suppressed that it's unable to like move or anything. It's just
Yeah.
you can sense it breathing just a little bit.
So,
Its
I'm gonna
last
try and
whisper.
like drag it into the corner, but I expect it to die before it gets there.
Yeah.
I'm going to basically take Ben
Actually-
Clume's maul.
Oh,
What? We're trying to be stealthy.
you raise this thing, and Falurie just goes.
Oh,
Falurie extends a hand like this, and it just goes. Snaps its neck. It had like 4 hit points left. It's fine.
okay.
And the whole thing just goes still, and you're all just waiting.
I have my. I know it's dead.
Yeah,
I
it's
get my
dead. You
thing
have your
back.
hunter's mark back now. All right.
Oh shit! Can
What do you
I
wanna do?
sneak back to here to listen in again?
Go ahead. I can't show the map per se on the chat. Let me see if I can. If people don't mind the cameras all being furged up, I can put the map back.
Let me see where I am.
Okay, so you peek
So-
around the corner, and
Yeah.
you spot 2 more spine devils. Just kind of, they both appear to be looking in your direction. One of them's like motioning to the other and pointing towards that hall. You don't
How
see the
dark
horn
is
devil
it right
at all.
here?
It's considered dim light.
So they wouldn't see me at all.
Oh, yeah, they don't see you, but
They wouldn't see me.
they
at
are
all.
responding as though they've heard something, and they begin to move in that direction.
I'm going to move my hunter's mark onto him.
Okay. I'm just gonna see if it notices, because there's some kind of intent of malice there.
Hold on, because you said when we did.
I
when
didn't
we.
say it got it. I just said I rolled to see if it got it.
Okay.
All right.
You're attacking from invisible though, so you should be cool.
Yeah.
If you attack, I might have missed something. I was looking at chat redemptions.
You're like, how can I screw with the thing?
Well,
Nice.
the thing is, I know I don't want it to just cut to like we're fighting Sarnia because Carl had to leave.
Yeah.
And that would
Yeah.
be not cool.
That would have been better to do much earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but instead we had to
That's okay.
get
We're
drunk
telling
from
the
a river.
story. We can tell the story.
Or it's 12:15.
Or it's quarter after 12. We can.
We
well,
can end.
Cut to a cliffhanger.
well,
but-
I
Well,
feel like
let's-
there's going to be one coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
Well, we could
let's-
stop
let's
if you need to
continue
stop.
for a few minutes, and then
Okay. 12:30.
All right. So, what do you want to do? They are moving in your direction, but they don't appear to see Darmita at all.
All right. I'm gonna kind of step. Is it dark over here as well?
Yep.
How much distance is that?
It's
Oh, I
about
don't
15
have my
feet.
my thing up anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just sneak over to here.
Sure. Do a stealth check for me. With advantage. You are invisible.
True.
That way 24. So
Oh, yeah,
my
you're fine.
plan is when they come kind of around the corner, I'm gonna get them from behind.
Sure. All right. They are starting to close. Where do you want to go?
And I'm
By the
gonna-
way, if you felt
I'm
like it,
gonna-
Falurie is actually going to take the body of the spine devil and just huck it out the hole.
The big
Yeah.
hole in the wall. Yeah.
Yeah,
Its
and
body's just-
I'll kind of motion to Fenris and Hen. Two of them over there.
Yeah, you
They
know what I'm
can't
gonna
see
do?
you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what I'm going to do? Because
Mhm.
I'm going to try this out. I am going to use my hat of disguise to look like the spine devil.
Damn. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to walk around the corner and just kind of like kind of,
Hey,
you know, like-
ho.
yeah, basically like, yeah, just nod. It's
Little
okay.
devil mannerisms. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to get you to do a deception check with advantage.
Okie dokie.
Love it.
Are you stormtroopering them? I'm impressed.
This
Stormtroopering
is
them.
the episode where we use all of the items. Remember that item?
Haven't-
Probably don't. We...
So that was a bad roll. I'm glad I have advantage.
yeah.
Oh, come on. 3 aren't
24.
that bad.
Oh, nice.
24. Damn. I don't think they're gonna. Yeah, no. All right, you step out.
Didn't expect that, did you?
I did not. So you walk out,
Neither.
and Darmita, you're a little surprised as the spine devil walks around the corner. Well, you see him just grow spines and this large cloak-like wings, and just come walking out around the corner. The wings don't move properly though, because it literally looks like a cloak. But it might do the trick. And this one that you've marked, who was getting pretty suspicious and holding the fork they're carrying kind of low and ready, kind of relaxes their stance and waves back. And the other one calls out to you in Infernal and is like, "Are you okay?"
And I just go, like I just, grunt like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I understand Infernal, but I don't
You
like,
do.
I don't like speak to him. I'm just like, yeah.
No. All right. And so they both kind of relax and they're like, and this one barks out, "What was that sound?" You
Like, I just,
shrug.
like, it's just kind of
And-
like,
All right, and at that point, they both turn back towards the large open side there, and you see the horn devil, which had stepped out and was flying, come back in with the dead body of the one that Falurie had chucked out the window. He's just carrying it in one hand and just tosses it on the ground. And it just goes,
And
but as
that
soon as
will-
it's doing that,
yeah.
I'm backing up, right? So it doesn't
And
quite see me.
you
I'm
take a
gonna
step
release-
back, and the other two kind of look at the body and look at the horn devil, and then turn around
Look
to
at this
you,
perfect
and you're like,
timing. You're not going to take advantage of that? Look at that. It's amazing. That's one good Thunderball.
Yeah, you know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. Fine.
I'm
All right.
gonna also target
Indeed.
My guy?
You're just setting yourself up for combat.
He comes in. I step back and I'm like, all right, whatever. Like lightning ball.
Nice. All
These
right.
records.
I have to roll some saves.
Dexterity saving throws DC 17.
With advantage, because they are magic. Are they magic resistant? They are magic resistant. So save. One of them saved. This guy. The other guy did not. Rolled a 1 and a 2. So he takes it for sure. And that one's dead on the ground, so I won't make him roll. He's dead. And then the horn devil. Ooh. What was the save? 17?
17.
I got 19, so it does save. So the Horn Devil takes half, and so does this
Okay.
this guy. But yep, make your roll. How much damage?
All right. I am going to spend another point, and I'm going to re-roll the 1, the 2 2s, and fail the 2 3s. So I'll keep the 2 5s and the 4.
15.
So roll 5d.
Oh, not the one. Sorry.
Oh, and just to honor Yaofen's suggestion there, the Horn Devil, when it tossed the body to the ground, calls out and says,
Something happened to Rosebud.
I don't think that's what you ever meant.
I know, but I'm still gonna honor it somehow. The last whisper.
Yeah.
It was
32
saying
damage.
its name. My name was Rosebud, but your gauntleted fist was jammed down its mouth. So it didn't get a chance to talk. So the Horn Devil did it. Alright. How much damage?
32.
32. Nice. Alright. 32. Halved is 16. Hop. And half is 16. Oh. Alright. So this one that failed its save that Darmita had marked just like eviscerated just into ash and electrified viscera. Just a stain across the wall right across from you. Just splatters in your direction. Some of it actually gets on Darmita, falling invisibly to the ground. And this ones are already dead, and the other two took some damage. All right.
So do I get my surprise round still?
Yep. But you would have to spend your bonus action to assign them.
Yeah. That's fine. I will assign it to him.
Absolutely. As you do that,
And-
he spends the free action to call out.
Slow them down. Alert the
So-
mistress.
19 for the first one. Does that hit?
For on the Horn Devil, that hits.
Yeah. So the first one is 19. I'm just gonna roll all my attacks first.
Yeah, do it.
The second one is 30,
Wow.
and somehow that is not a nat 20.
Wow.
Yeah, you're plus 11. That's really
Rangers, man. Rangers.
Mhm.
And my third one for this.
Ooh. That's
there's
a crit.
The fucking crit.
There's the crit for the night. That was it.
There's the crit.
Nice.
So I've got to do my
46, is it?
dice here differently. So
Yeah, no worries.
So on that one, I get 2d8 and 2d6. So I'm gonna do that now.
Yep, go for it.
Oh, right.
For the
yeah.
crit?
The third attack is special. That's amazing. The crit landed up with that one. That's excellent.
I know. That was a,
I forgot about that
Beautiful.
bonus damage.
Whew.
so that's an
19
additional
points from
19
that, and 20
plus
from the previous,
2.
and your hunter's marks. Oh no, just the
That's-
other 200 marks.
That's
So
yeah,
that's-
I did that.
That's 46 points of damage in a round. Just the arrows just literally appearing out of the dark. Just 46. Damn.
more than 46, but I could be wrong.
Is it?
Might be miscounting.
I think it is more than
First ones were 20 for the two first shots, not
Yeah.
including hunter's marks. Then 19 brings it to 39, and then 7 more. I see 46.
What do you mean 7 more? It's 20.
Yeah, no. Hold
26
on.
more.
Hold on. Yeah, it's a lot more than that, Todd.
Hunter's Mark alone did 17 damage. Then the Gloomstalker special did an additional 9. And then the actual weapon attacks themselves.
Oh, you know what? I wasn't counting the earlier weapon attack, which was the D8. Plus, so 13 more. Wow. Wow.
I'm
That's
gonna trust you on
65.
that, I don't know.
Wow.
What a big
65
Nice.
total.
That horn devil just still up. Really surprised that you beat the tar out of it. Holy.
And then I'm just gonna gently move a little bit over here.
Yeah, just
'Cause he
sidestep
knows
towards
where
that
that came
door.
from.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
And I'm still in the dark though.
Right.
I'm still invisible.
Yep. All right. We're gonna go ahead and roll some initiative so we can keep track of stuff.
Cool.
Actually, you know what? I think with the arrows striking and the one spine devil just badly damaged, and this horn devil just dropped suddenly to half hit points in a round, and it calls out,
Protect the mistress.
and with that, I think we're gonna pause for the night, and we'll do initiative next time, right off the
All right.
bat.
Cool.
This is getting late.
Yeah.
All right,
Nice.
thanks very
This
much.
fight's more interesting if Sarnia shows up in the middle of it as opposed to we finish this fight and then go see her, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
That is more cinematically interesting. I think.
All right. Thanks very much to everybody. Thanks for playing, guys. And thank you, Yelfen, and all the people who've been chiming in tonight. It's been great. Sarah
Yeah.
Fabriel, Kootenai, and obviously Plays for Day, and so on. I know that's you. And we had a few other people drop by earlier. So Taka, and a few others. And if you're listening to this after the fact, thanks so much for listening and spending time with us.
Yeah, we have B and Aiton and I think Feet.
Yeah, we had a lot of people drop by. Thanks very much,
I
everybody.
think Feet is their
Oh,
name.
hey, look at that.
I don't. What are we looking at?
What are we looking at?
We're looking at the users in chat. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Well-
and I don't
Don't call out lurkers. Sometimes they want to
I
be
don't
Lurkers.
know.
I'd like to thank. You know what? I'd like to thank everybody for dropping by, and
Yeah.
both live and after the fact. We love playing. This was episode 49. I feel the end. It's almost. I'm hoping we could. It'd be really nice if we could round it out by 52. Just because it's a weekly game. That feels good to me.
You know, having 50 be the episode where we finish the Sarnia arc, that is perfectly good for me.
That
You
feels
know what?
good.
That's just as milestone.
Sarnia's gotten away from you so many times. I'm excited for that. I was sad that it took a while to get there. I could have fast forward, but you know what? It's all good. It's all good. You gotta play the game and let the game play you. Really, let the dice play you.
Oh, that 20 though.
That
On
was a
my
sweet
third-
20.
That was a beautiful 20.
Oh
I got
yes,
3 nat 20s today.
all 20s are beautiful, but
Nice.
that was pretty sick. All right, and thanks again to everybody who's listening after the fact. If you want to catch up, you can also check out our podcast stuff. We have all our episodes uncut on podcasts, so you can go check those out. Any podcast place, Podbean, iTunes, etc. I like to listen to my D&D games, but if you want to watch us, you can see us on YouTube too, and of course live on Twitch every Thursday, or most Thursdays. So yeah. All right. And did we get an episode title out of this, or should we call for
Yes.
one? I think we got
No,
one.
we
didn't
did. We got one. It
Snap
was
the neck,
Snap the
cash
neck.
the check.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one. If you could beat that, feel free to throw it into chat. But I don't know. That's a tough
I don't
one.
know.
I did want to pitch something about
Sure.
like dungeons are better with toys or something, because just like we used a lot of items for the first time ever. I don't know.
We
There-
did.
there's
Cash
like
the
some-
check
we're
and
workshop
spend it
that.
on magical
Workshop
items.
that. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks very much, everybody. We always love to shout out, and if you know what, if we can, maybe we'll try a raid in a bit. So if you stick around past the credits, we got to give credit where credit is due. Because I use a lot of Creative Commons music, so stick around for those if you want. And
I gotta go take the dogs out.
take the dogs out, and we'll probably do some unravel tabletop at the end. One of these days, I'll set that up as like a an exclusive access table talk. I don't know, something like that. But mostly,
You
we'll
could
just have some
raid
fun.
Crit Roll.
Yeah.
That would be interesting as hell.
Who let the dogs out? Woot, woot, woot. She's gotta let the dogs out, or they'll crap all over her floor. Anyway.
Oh, he's
we'll
already done that.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah,
no.
he's not feeling good tonight.
Oh dear. Go walk the poor dog.
I'm gonna.
See you
Yeah.
later. Take care, everybody. SideQuest Live. Thanks so much for tuning in. We try to record all of our games as much as possible, whether that's Dungeons and Dragons or Shadowrun or another tabletop role-playing game. Just a quick side note about all the licenses and copyrights involved. Our music is all Creative Commons attribution music on our live stream video feed or YouTube replay or Twitch VOD. We always attribute each individual artist, so be sure to check out those individual artist attributions. Lots of love to so many people who make their work available so that we can do what we do. So thank you. It influences our game. It makes it immeasurably better. So much appreciation for them. Let's not forget the makers of the games. Dungeons and Dragons is copywritten by Wizards of the Coast. They own it. They make it available to all of us to play, and it's wonderful. We are in no way affiliated with them, and nor do they endorse this podcast, but we are very appreciative. The other game we often play is Shadowrun, which is Catalyst Games, and again, we are not affiliated with them and they do not endorse us, but we really appreciate their game and we hope you appreciate our game. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Twitch and YouTube and watch for those live games once we're streaming them out. And of course, we do accept suggestions for names, so please hit us up on Instagram and name our stuff. Alright, thanks so much. I'm Todd, and this has been SideQuest Live. We'll see you again soon.